Hey, y'all, I'm back at it again. We're going to have the world famous Doggie Diamonds live in the building. He's infamous to doing interviews with, battle rappers and many more. We've seen him transition from the days of Smack's Heat DVD and up all the battle rappers that Doggy has interviewed them. Um, you know, he just recently got on Drake Traps, and he actually was definitely one of the people that interviewed Noriega back in the day. So it's definitely great to see both of them back in the building and him extending that love to him. We know Doggy. A lot of people from New York know Doggy from going out in the streets and getting footage, doing from Forbes DVD to doing unfiltered. And Doggy has no filter, but he's iconic with speaking the truth and getting the facts and getting those inside stories. So we're going to be talking to Doggy. We're going to talk about transitioning, and as he's evolved in the digital community and also being a journalist and things of that nature. So we're going to talk to Doggy in a few minutes. Um, so stay tuned. We're going to have him live with us in a few minutes. Also, check out his shirt that he has. He has a dope shirt called sweater hoodie called No Filter Podcast. Check out his podcast; it's definitely dope. So we're gonna have him on in a few minutes. So stay tuned. Like I said, Dog is going to be here in a few minutes, and he's going to be joining us, and we're going to be talking more with him. Um, I remember I met Doggy memories. I remember I met him in Queens back in the day when he was doing the DVDs. And one thing I can say about Doggy is everywhere. You could see him everywhere. He was doing his thing. And then also, not only was he dominating the DVD and getting exclusive footage from celebrities. I mean, he also through his transition also changed his health and wealth lifestyle through the industry. And definitely it's a great inspiration. He's going to be talking to us about that, changing his lifestyle and even his mentality of how he does business and stuff like that. And Doggy, as is not backed by any machine. He's been an independent journalist for a long period of time, and he's been doing great doing that. And he's done a lot of big things, connecting with a lot of celebrities. And he's also changed a lot of people's lives and gave a lot of people breaks in the industry. So, Doggy has definitely been an amazing individual in the history of hip hop and, the industry journey. So, right now, we got the man with the plan in the building live with us right now. What up, Doggy?
What's up? Do this not look right? Should I change my background? Does this not look cool? Do I look too far?
You look far away, but we live, but you can adjust it.
Okay. All right. Let me do some things real quick. Let me
Okay.
do some things.
All
Let me
right.
do some
We're
things.
gonna let him do some things and we're gonna bring it back
Nah,
up.
you could get nah. Keep me on.
Oh,
Keep me on.
okay,
Yeah,
cool. All right,
I could
cool.
do.
Well,
I could
this
do.
is live. We have the one and only world
Yeah.
famous Doggy Diamonds in the
What's up?
building.
So
Welcome.
what I'll do in this situation, I will copy this. Let me do something.
Okay.
Pardon me, y'all. Pardon me, y'all. I was we didn't do no like no check. We just flying, flying in stuff right now. So I know what to do in this situation. I'm a
It's
I'm
all
a
good.
I'm an expert at this.
I know you're an expert. You've been
Yeah.
doing it for years.
So look now, watch. Hold on.
There you
You can
go.
leave. No, 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 no. Well, no, you can leave it. Leave it. Not we not ready yet. Just stay like that.
Okay.
I'm gonna fix myself. Adjust myself. There we go. And once I take this lock off, where the hell is the lock?
We live. We just made, just making some adjustments real quick. But we live with the world famous Doggy Diamonds. You see him everywhere doing real big things. I mean,
There I go. Yeah, there we go. All right, I'm happy with that.
there you go. Yes.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
All right. I'm telling you, this is a piece of cake for me. So what's going on, Lush?
What's going on? It's a pleasure and an honor to have you. Bro. I mean,
You knew
Doggy
me.
Diamonds.
You knew me for a little while.
I know Doggy Diamonds for a minute, man. I
Yeah.
mean, I've seen you grow and transition and
And shrink too.
huh?
You see me shrink too. You see
I
me from
seen you
300
train.
yeah. You see me from 300 pounds to like 180 something.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I was just telling him, I said, not only have you, you were dominating the DVD market back when I met you, I think sometime in Queens, and then and also you transition, with health and wellness,
Yes.
in your own lifestyle and growing through this industry. I mean, you've interviewed from the times of Smack DVD and Forbes DVD to Unfiltered, and also, I just want to let y'all know about this, this pullover that's hot right there,
Yes.
no filter hoodie, and definitely support that. But I mean, transitioning. This man was, the one stop shop for all things that you need to know, from battle rappers to controversial issues and things that were going on in society. And there was no filter. He told it raw and real, you know. And he's been doing it for years. And now, he actually was one of those people that interviewed, what I'm saying, Nori. So the
Facts.
fact that he reached back to him to come on Drink Champs, that's real love, and we don't always see that in our industry. But for the fact that reaching back and doing that, that was a big move. But Doggy has always been an inspiration, and for a lot of people. And we reconnected again, off a Clubhouse. We that
Yeah,
everybody's
yeah, yeah.
talking about. We reconnected
Yeah.
off of Clubhouse. And it's definitely an interesting site. Get what you can from it. Set your intention. Don't be on there for like 3-4 days straight. You know what I
Don't
mean?
be like the game and I think the game 21 Savage. I popped in and out and seen Mace on there for like 12 hours and all that. I guess
Exactly.
I don't know what's going on with them. I don't know what they getting from it, but they putting some time in the app. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe it's something convenient that you holding in your hand and you talking to people. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't have the mental capacity to sit and do anything for 12 hours unless I'm editing or something like that.
Exactly. I mean, they doing a thug dizzle, but I mean, now they've offered this thing where if you create your room, you can record now. They just dropped that recently
Mm,
or whatever for the moderators. But doggy, first of all, you done seen it all in this industry. What
yes.
inspired you to say I want to deal with this industry?
Um, I think growing up, I wanted to. I really like what. If you see me looking, I'm looking at the screen, but my camera is right here, and it just feel weird looking directly in my camera. But the screen, I'm looking right here. But I am looking at you. But I'm looking at. I got a dual screens here. So, what inspired me was I was seeing what Ralph McDaniels was doing. VJ Ralph McDaniels Video Music Box. I remember being young, and this is the only time we got to see hip hop videos, hip hop interviews, and just get to know who the artist was. And it was Ralph McDaniels doing this, and I was just always like, yo, man, if what if I talk to the artist? I know the game. What if I get to talk to them? What if I get to say things to them and ask them things that I want to know, but not the corporate way? Because the corporate way is where you see yourself in 5 years and you have an album coming out, who the features. I was like, no, I want to ask people things, but I want to be a little unorthodox with the line of questioning. People expect these questions. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask them things, but I'm going to ask them in a way that it's not controversial, but it's not what they're used to. So I'm gonna ask you different things, and then from there, that's what started. That's what inspired me to do it. That was the inspiration. Was Ralph McDaniels?
Definitely, definitely. And shout out to Ralph McDaniels. He was
Yes.
definitely one of like the forefathers for like independent VJs,
No, no,
But
no. He is the forefather of
he is the
all media.
forefather. Yeah.
He's the only one. He's
Only
before
one.
Yo MTV Raps. He's before Rap City. He's before all of that. Ralph McDaniels is the father of all media, especially black
Exactly.
media. So I always give him his props because just like people will act like I didn't inspire them, I laugh because I've had people in the room with me while I was interviewing their artists, and then next thing I know, they got a media, they do interviews now, and I'm like, you watched me do it, but they'll never say, "Yo, I'm inspired by him" or "I rock with him." So with me, it doesn't hurt me to say, "Yo, Ralph McDaniels is an inspiration for me," because he is. I'm not lying. I'm not gonna act like I just woke up one day and said, "Hey, I want to do media." First of all, what is media? And with the thing that we see now, it ain't media. This is
Fact.
not what media is.
Mhm.
It's and respect to everybody who do what they do. But when you step into my lane and what I'm doing, you're not going to just do what you want to do and say, "Oh, I'm doing what he doing." No, you're not. You doing what you doing, but you more, excuse me, more Wendy Williams, you more gossip, and that's cool because that's needed. But don't act like you here really, really putting it down and getting information from people and breaking new stories and breaking, new uh things we didn't know about hip hop. Because at the end of it all, what about the music? See, the music is what brought us all together. The music is what make us know each other. The music. So when I see people do interviews and they never talk about the music, I'm like, what was this about? Because I don't care who you stab, who you shot, how many times you've been to jail. That don't matter. What about the
The
music? And
music.
those type of individuals who just want to come with this street stuff, you don't even need to be on my platform because they got platforms for that. My platform is not to promote
Exactly.
nigga stuff.
Yeah.
It's not for that.
but
Now,
but
if now if it goes back into the music,
yes.
that's different. You know what I'm saying? But we have to speak about that's why the culture is so bad right now because everything matters but the music.
Exactly. I mean, and the culture and the thing has changed since when we like first started back in that day, because with the DVDs, with internet radio, when we was doing stuff like that, people used to call it pirate radio. People used to laugh at it. They was like, but then the major radios had to transition to that, but we were already ahead of the
Yeah,
curve,
as
right?
far yeah, especially as
Yeah,
far as the internet. That
the
was something.
internet,
Yeah,
the internet.
they was laughing at me. They was like, "What are you doing?" Like, and I was like, "Yo, this is gonna be the next wave. This is going to be everybody is going to come here because you get to watch me in real time opposed to picking up a DVD, a quarterly DVD, a monthly DVD. Now I did this interview, it's out right now. I was at this
Exactly.
event last night. The footage is out the next day, so I'm covering it. So that was just my plan to just have a quick turnaround, and just give people content, and like I said, the content that I look at now, it is what it is. I'm not one thing about me. I'm not going to be here, sulking and complaining about the game. They messed the game up because I just carry on tradition. I just do what I do. But I don't like a lot of stuff that I see, but I also don't watch it. I don't watch stuff to complain about. I just be like, yo, nah, that ain't my type. That ain't my thing. You know what I'm saying? And if because who am I if a million people love it and it's getting views? Who am I to say that it's bad? People like it. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I'm not here to say, oh, don't like that. That's yo, y'all like it, whatever. What you want me to do? I just gotta stay doing what I do. That's it.
But you kept relevant, and you kept growing with the times as hip hop evolved, society evolved. What was the thing that kept you, staying in the game for you?
I mean, there was times where I thought about quitting, thought about just like, yo, I don't want to do this no more. You know, um, I don't like the relationships you develop, but it's a faux relationship. Faux means fake. It's a fake relationship. It's not really a relationship. It's a usership, and people deal with you as far as they could use you, and then when they can't use you, you're useless.
Mm,
So that started bothering me, and I'm like, yo, this individual call my phone every day, every day, every day, every day, and then I guess once I complete the task, they don't even know my number no more. They don't follow me on social media. And all of these things, although it seems petty, but it means something. Somebody who I shot videos for you, I did interviews for you. You can't even click on my name to follow me and my progress outside of you. So if it's not about you, you don't care about it. So it was times where I was just like, yo, look, I can't rock with these rappers. Like I can't do, especially battle rappers. Like the majority of them, I can't stand them. And I go
mm,
on record, the majority of the battle rappers, I don't like them. You know what I'm saying? As men, because they're very disloyal, and the clicks and the views and the clout be going to some of their heads. So a lot of them do keep it real, and they be like, yo, because I don't nobody owes me anything. Nobody owes me anything. But I always tell people, if a person believed in you when nobody else believed in you, and they sacrifice to help you, you should always be grateful. Don't say no ungrateful stuff. Don't do no ungrateful stuff. So a lot of battle rappers is just like, what have you done yesterday? What have you done earlier today? So I barely even deal with battle rappers at all. There's a couple of them that I'm cool with, but many of them I don't like. You know what I'm saying?
mm-hmm,
I'm just going right. I don't even like them. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you a straight clown. You know. And first of all, I tell any of them that in their face. You know what I'm saying? Like, this ain't no internet stuff. Like, I'm really out at the events. So um, but what kept me in it was a need, it was a void that wasn't getting filled. There was, like who's really covering hip hop culture. We could get in, oh, you got beef, or let me interview you and you go in on him and he's gonna go back. We could do that. That's easy, because that's what everybody do. But when you start sitting down with people who people be like, damn, what happened to Ali Vegas? What happened to Sonny T? What happened to them? And I'm like, hold on. Damn, I used to love that song. I wonder where they up to. I wonder what he doing. So I reach out and then we do an interview. And it was blogs, it was websites that used to clown me and say all he do is interview washed up has been rappers and rappers. They used to clown me for that. Now look what everybody's doing. Now they call it giving them flowers. That's what they call it now. So that's the
exactly.
way that's the way of taking what I did and putting a title on it and spinning it. You know what I'm saying? To try to make it cool. So, like I said, for me, everything that I've done in this game, I've always been ahead of my time because I got foresight. So I just keep going. Like me, some days I just get to sit back and watch the show and enjoy it like everybody else. I don't feel the pressure that I have to keep it going or I have to do this, I have to do that. Now, some people do interviews, I think they suck. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? But again, if people are liking it and watching it, who am I to say anything? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. But I mean, with you, I mean, I seen you've attacked so many different areas and angles when it came to interviews, and you were able, because we were able not to just see the rap or all the negativity behind it. You showed us the whole person, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
And
That's
that's,
I always
yeah.
I took pride in after my interview was over with this person, you knew who they were. You knew who the person was, not the persona, not the rapper, not the shades, not the hat, not the jewelry. Who are you? So I
Exactly.
always my interview style was always like a bio. I got an hour to get a bio out of you. And Eric Sermon said something on camera, and I don't think I think I put it out, but I should have highlighted it. And Eric Sermon said, every artist out there, if you do not do an interview with Doggie Diamonds, you are doing yourself a disservice. This man is going
Ooh.
to help your career. He's going to let everybody know who you are. But
Ooh.
this is Eric Sermon, somebody who has multi platinum hits. But again, the way we are in our culture, we look at he don't got that now, so he's not relevant. But it's like, how could he not be relevant if when you look at all these songs, he has ties to them. You go to his studio, it's plaques all over the wall, stuff that y'all wish y'all could get. And he has like a compound, a studio with like 4 or 5 studios in there. So me, I like to I don't judge people's success or for materialism. I don't look at their chain, I don't look at their car, I don't look at their outfit, I don't look at their sneakers. I look at them plaques on the wall. I look at when it come to certain conversations, their name is always going to come up because they put their stamp in the culture, you know, so far back to EPMD to, you know, now because you can't say Redman without saying Eric Sermon. You can't say Keith Murray. You can't say K Solo. You can't say EPMD. You can't say Method Man to a certain extent. Like this man, you can't say Shaq. You know what I'm saying? Like when you
Yeah.
go to the origins of a lot of people, this man has put his stamp on it and be humble about it. And sometimes they be like, yo, come on, man, we can't be humble today. We gotta really let them know, like, yo, I birthed this, you know what I'm saying? Because people will forget. But again, um, I just respect the architect. I respect anybody who I was in the house looking at as a youngin' and like, yo, I'm sitting, yo, yeah, I don't know if I should put that. I'm gonna put it out there. Woody from Drew Hill hit me the other day, and I was like, you asked him what I said. I said, yo, this really Woody from Drew Hill? He was like, yeah. I said, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, yo, this is Woody from Drew Hill. But he hit me to commend me on something and you know, I did something that he really liked, but I was just like, "Damn, you never know who's watching."
It's
So
somebody
that's why
watching,
yeah,
and
so that's
it's
why I'm always because it's not about how many people is watching, it's who's watching. See,
watching.
sometimes we get caught up in the numbers, "Oh, I did 10,000 views, I did 100,000," but it might be 600 views, but the one person out of that 600 could make a phone call and change your life. You know,
Mm,
so I tell people too, stop getting caught up in the views. Keep working, keep working, keep working. The views is gonna come. As long as you're consistent, people gonna gravitate towards you after a while. If you put out good content, you know, your graphics is nice and your presentation is nice, they gonna come. You know what I'm saying? Eventually they're gonna come, but you have to have the content. You gotta feed them. Content is like a drug now. Every day people wake up and they want to see what's going on. You
exactly.
gotta give them something that's what's going on. Now, and I'm not talking about shade room type stuff because again I'm not into that, but it's people who like that element, people who like that chamber. But do what you do how you want to do it often, and
Definitely.
you make your own lane. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. I see too is I don't see a lot of people making their own lane. I see people like, a word they doing that, oh, I'm doing that too. And then it's like, okay,
Exactly.
here we go, another t-shirt line, here we go, another podcast, here we go, you know. And it's like, what are you doing this for? Like, do you really love it, or are you doing it because you bored, or you doing it because you seen this person be successful at it? So you're gonna get all the way here and stop when you could have got behind somebody who you seen pushing it and then help them go over the top. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that either. You know, so my thing is when a lot of people with lesser known platforms ask to interview me, I'd be like, sure, just set it up. You know what I'm saying? I'm not, well, I just got off a flight a little while ago. You know what I'm saying? Like I literally just landed back home and I'm here doing this and I was up since 6 in the morning,
I
and
know.
yeah, just going and checking bags and if anybody who's been through the airport, madness is just out of control. But me and you set a date to do something, and I'm like, I'm not going to disappoint you. And I was probably like 5 minutes late, and that bothered me. But my computer, I had to, I shut it down before I left, so I had to boot it up. You know what I'm saying? But
You know, I
again,
you know I love you to death because I know
yeah,
you're busy and you
yeah, I
would.
like to be punctual, and again, I'm gonna treat your platform like I'm gonna treat the Breakfast Club, like Imma treat Big
Exactly.
Boy, you know what I'm saying? Like, nobody is too small, nobody is a nobody, everybody that became somebody started out as a nobody.
Exactly.
And then they became somebody. So even sometimes when, you might hit artists and they be like, "Oh, how many subscribers you got?" All that. I had a artist by the name of Little TJ. I had
Mhm.
reached out to his people and was like, "Could I get an interview with them?" They was like, "What's your channel?" I was like, "Doggie Diamonds TV." They was like, "Well, how many subscribers you got?" And I said, "Yo, that don't matter how many
It
subscribers I got. Do you
don't.
know who I am?" You know what I'm saying? And so when stuff like that happens, I can't wait till I see him and say, "Yo, bro, I reached out to you because the same people that you see coming up, you're gonna see them coming back down." You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? So I'm gonna be kindly tell him one day, "Yo, I reached out to you and whoever you represent," because it might not have been him. I'm not gonna be disrespectful, but some artists have poor representation and they think
Exactly.
that they're actually helping the artist, but they're doing them a disservice. You know what I'm saying? You don't burn no bridges when it comes to media.
Exactly.
'Cause I got the power every day to just put a narrative out about you if I want to. You know what I'm saying? Or you get punched in your eye, put that footage up. Or you know what I'm saying? And this is the real deal. So a lot of times when you have people in media, why do you think athletes have such a tumultuous relationship with media? Because the media is the one that spin it every day on you. Oh, look at Skip Bayless, how he ride LeBron every day.
Exactly. So we're definitely, the power is in the media with, the narrative and, creating a narrative. And what do you feel is one of the biggest, most monumental interview for you in your whole career?
Max B.
Wavy King.
Yeah, Max B on the Come Up DVD. I think that was number 18. That changed the way interviews were done. That was one of them that was like, okay, Max had a lot on his mind. Fendi hit me and said, "Yo, you want to interview Max B?" I had did one prior to him and it did okay. But this is before he really let it be known what his issues was. This one, he was like, "Yo, they blackballing me to be," and I'm like, "Who?" He wouldn't say. I didn't know who he was talking about. So by the time the second interview was to come out, he was ready to let it all go and say what was on his mind. And this was the first time I think we saw somebody just be raw, uncut, and not care. And I was able to capture it. Why was I able to capture it? Because I was available. I was able to capture it because when I got the call, I was ready. I was ready to go. You know what I'm saying? Fendi was like, "Yo, could you interview Max?" I'm like, "When?" He said, "Yo, like an hour." Yo, I'm there. I was like, "Yo, why Jordan ain't doing it?" He was like, "Jordan is scared of Jim Jones." You know what I'm saying? I was like, "Listen,
Oh,
I'm not scared of nobody. I'm going to get this content." And we drove, me and my little homie, noticed he had a hoopty, a purple hoopty, dent in the door and everything. We was out. I was like, "Yo, come on, we out. Where we going? Yo, we gotta go to Harlem and interview Max." And we got there. I didn't have his number, so I'm calling Fendi. I'm like, "Yo, I don't know where this dude is at. I'm out here." And he was like, "Yo, nah, he out there somewhere." And then I look up and coming down the block is this dude with his hair bouncing in the wind, looking like Priest from Superfly. And I was like, "Yo, I know this ain't him right here." And lo and behold, it was him. And then the rest was history. And then that set the precedent of how those type of interviews were done, especially when it came to street interviews, raw and uncut. That was like the one-on-one. And then you started seeing people doing that type of thing. But that was it. That was the big one. That's the interview that if nobody never heard of me and I say Max B, they could say the one where he was counting them up. Yeah, that was me. Oh, so that's it. So even in your career, for all the people who looking to get into media and looking to create content, you just need one. You
Exactly.
know, you get one, you're gonna get a bunch of them, but it's almost equivalent to an artist having a hit record. They're gonna be able to perform this for the rest of their life.
Exactly.
Somewhere right now, tag team is performing Whoop There It Is. Well, right now, not now because of COVID, but they're somewhere performing Whoop There It Is, and they might be getting 4 grand a week.
And that song still hit till this day.
Forever, you know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? So we might be like, "Oh, that song is played out," but somebody wants to hear that. It might be people in Europe who never got to see them and hear that, you know, and them dudes might be 55 years old right now, you know what I'm saying? But
exactly.
it's still a demand if you make something that people like. You can always they're always gonna refer back to your greatest moment. So you just gotta create the greatest moment without trying. Because I didn't think now when I do interviews, I know if it's gonna blow up.
Mm,
Because when I'm doing an interview with you, I already got the headline. You might say one thing, and I was like, "Well, that's what I'm selling the whole interview." I'm giving y'all a secret right now. Like I'm selling the interview off that. That
exactly.
was so profound, so crazy that I'm selling the whole interview off that one thing, and then they could get everything else. But you just said something crazy. So when Sonny Chiba says Jay Z was in his manager office imitating him and mimicking him, I'm like, oh, really? Big thanks for my title. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm going to sell the whole interview off of because who knows that? Who knew that? Who knows that? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it definitely was the Max B though, the Max B, and then um, a lot of people know me for the Ali Vegas. I think I'm at like
Yeah.
4.4 million views on that. It's so many of them that I have like a million views, 700,000. It's a lot of them, you know. And the Max B is come up DVD days going into Forbes DVD, but all the other interviews that I did, because then I did the Liza Rios, I
Hmm.
did, yeah, that I can't even gauge how many views that really did because it was all over the place. It was on so many platforms I couldn't gauge, but I know that probably did about, and even at that time in 2006, I believe it was, that probably did about 4 million too collectively because it was on This Is 50. It was on this, and this is when
Was
This Is
all over
50
the
was This Is
place.
50. Yeah, you know, and that's what I be telling people too about going viral.
Yeah.
Going viral is equivalent to going in the elevator and sneezing, and now everybody got your cold. That's what a virus is. A virus is something that spread. When you have something you containing it in one place, you're not going viral. So when I used to see people only put videos on one site, I'm like, yo, you're doing yourself a disservice. Yes, this is a big site, but you need everybody to see this because if they don't visit this site, they not gonna see it.
And out of sight, out of mind at the end of the
Exactly.
day.
Yep.
And you've been to some dangerous places though, doggy. I'm talking about places that people be scared to go to, man.
I mean, man, that tea
You-
went down. I'm drinking elderberry tea, by the way, too.
oh, that build up that immune system.
Yeah,
That's
yeah, yeah. You know what? They are dangerous places for people who's not from that element, but being that I am, they're not dangerous to me.
mm-hmm.
Um, but they are dangerous. And
You're a
I don't know, it
fearless
just
dude. You're a fearless dude, though.
yeah, yeah, it be regular to me. Like, you know what? Somebody shooting, somebody I mean, I grew up around that. It's not, you know, I'm not a kid from the suburbs. I'm from
Mhm.
Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? Like
Exactly.
I was in the heart of a lot of stuff. So one thing about me, I've never been afraid to walk amongst my people. And anywhere there's black people, I'm going. You know, I'm
Hmm.
not gonna be afraid to be around my people. So anywhere, so if it's East New York, Brownsville, Coney Island, Soundview. I was in Soundview. I was in Castle Hill. Just you know, and most of the time when people see me, I be by myself. I don't travel with a pack. I
Yeah.
don't travel with an entourage. So I believe that anything that I say or do on this, I'm gonna stand on it as a man by myself. You know, I'm not gonna jeopardize nobody else's health, safety, or uh, freedom behind the things that I say and do. So that's why I travel by myself. Whatever gonna happen, gonna happen. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? So yeah, I go anywhere. Shit, I've been to Atlanta, LA. I go anywhere. You know, anywhere. I just go anywhere. You know, I'm just not scared. Like, what could y'all do?
Definitely, definitely. And I mean, doggy, you keep it real. I mean, from day one till now. The
I
only,
got better though. I'm not as
you
mean. Yeah, I'm not as mean as I used to be. I really
bro.
didn't care before,
Yeah.
but I'm gonna tell you why.
Mhm.
I think I would be considered to be what I was doing is what people call trolling. But I
Mm.
never was a troll. I was serious. I wasn't just saying troll is somebody who says stuff for shock value and then want to get people all panties all in a bunch and make people say, "Yo, I can't believe you said that." But they're saying that to get that reaction. I never was like that. No, I'm serious. Yo, that album is whack. And people be like,
But you really
"Yo,
wasn't
how
doing
could
it for attention, though. It was just your true thoughts in your
you?"
head.
Exactly. I never, because if you ask, but people always say, "Yo, what you think about such and such?" I say, "Well, I don't think about that. I think that person is corny, so I don't listen to them." They be like, "Yo, how you think they corny?" Yo, I just think they're cornball. I don't listen to cornballs. You know what I'm saying? Like
But I think you've evolved, though. I think you evolved from there
I
as
got
you.
nice. I don't be
Yeah.
doing that no more. But people be still wanting that from me. People still be wanting me to do that. But then I be like, you know what? I say something about one of these artists, they gonna feel away. Then I just gotta punch one of them in their face or shoot one of them. It
Don't-
ain't even worth it. You know, we seen tragic events happen already behind people messing with people. You know what I'm saying? And I one thing I do is I learn from other people mistakes. I'm not gonna be in the position that I'm in that I worked hard for and possibly at some point, even this year, have the world at my hands from my work and throw it all away over somebody who's mad because I don't like they single.
Exactly. But also, doggy, like you, you've done a lot in your career, and
Hmm.
you traveled a lot. You met a lot of different people. Um, in your career, what do you feel, was the hardest adversity for you?
I think it's been different things. I think the whole starting of Doggy Diamonds TV was adversity. It was controversial for me because I was venturing out on my own.
Mm,
I'm not Forbes DVD. I'm Doggy Diamonds. And one of the reasons for me starting Doggy Diamonds TV is because people used to say, "Yo, Forbes, what up?" And I'm like, "I'm not Forbes. My name is Doggy Diamonds." So I was robbed of my identity. I was robbed of my talent. I was robbed of my skill. And when you in a partnership with somebody, it don't matter what you do, right?
mm,
It automatically put on y'all did that. So if Rec do something and Rec do something that people don't like, they say, "Oh, that's Forbes right there. I'm gonna get at him." If I do with my crazy self something that people don't like, they're gonna try to get at Rec. So I wanted to be, yo, all right, I'm gonna stand on my own. I'm gonna say and do what I want to do. And it ain't under no name, it's under my name. You know what I'm saying? As you can see in the back, it's under me. So any flack or anything that come from it is gonna come directly to me. So it was a little scary for me because I was at a point in my life where I just wanted change. I wanted everything to change. I wanted, I started my journey and my lifestyle change, and then I was like, yo, I'm getting on camera. People was like, what? I was like, yeah, I'm getting on camera. I got to get on camera. People was like, yo, you gonna get on camera? Because I didn't do it for 10 years.
yeah, you was always behind
Yeah,
the
behind the scenes. So then I was like, nah, I'm getting on camera. Like I gotta really, I gotta show people that I really do this. I really got some talent. I really got some skill. And that was it. So like, just going on camera, like the camera in front of me, I'm not nervous at all. It's like regular. I be seeing people when the camera come on, they get a little jittery. I'll be like, calm down. You know what I'm saying? Calm down. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be all right. And yo, let's just chill. Cause people be like, yo, what you gonna ask me? And I'm yo, relax. I got you. You know what I'm saying? With anybody who does an interview with me, you in safe hands. I got you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna put you out there to make you look like no fool. If you ever do footage and you don't like it and you don't want it to come out, I won't even put it out. You know what I'm saying? I've had people say, "Yo, I don't know. I said this. I'm scared." You know what? I ain't putting it out because I ain't dealing with no scary people. You know what I'm saying? Anything you say, you gotta be ready to stand on it. If you're not ready to stand on it, then I'm not dealing with you. You know what I'm saying? Because you're gonna blame me. You're gonna be like, oh, he put the footage out. Yeah, but you said it though. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't put the words in your mouth. J.R. Ryder did that to me one day. He got scared of some footage he did. I don't deal with him at all after that because I spent hours filming and editing and all the things like, oh, don't put the footage out. I'm like, yo, you wasted my time. I didn't even get paid for
Exactly.
it. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? You wasted my time. So I just like, yo, you know what? People like that, scary people, I don't rock with them. You know what I'm saying? I don't rock with them because you might have had a little taste.
Mm-hmm.
You was high and you was feeling strong. And then you went and when you went and slept on it, you was like, hold on,
And
did
that's
I
it.
just say that? Nah, I can't get that footage go out. You know what I'm saying? And then, like I said, if you contact me to do something and I do it, and I'm not getting compensated. See, that's the thing. I'm not making no money off of doing this. I'm doing this off the strength.
Yes.
Then I can't put the footage out. Then it's like, yo, come on, man.
They don't even understand the time it takes behind the scene for the
Editing, I'm
editing, all of
rendering, yeah,
that.
all that stuff, graphics, color
Yeah.
correction, all the stuff that I'm doing, and I'm like, yo, they don't even care. And then when we had did when a piece of the footage did come out, it was just the audio
Wow.
with a video. No, with a still shot. It wasn't even the footage because his reason for saying he didn't want it out because he had weed in his hand and he was on parole. So I
Oh.
said, okay, so let us just still use the audio. You know what I'm saying? Yo, you know, the kids who put stuff together, let them just use the audio because me and Rec at one point we wasn't even running fours for a long time. You know what I'm saying? It was in
Yeah.
other people's hands. So it was like, yo, you know, when we gave over control, we gave up all the footage and everything. So they was like, yo, could we use the JR right? I was like, yo, I guess he just didn't want the footage out because he had weird. But I said, yo, I guess you could use a still shot and use the audio. He put a flag on the channel. He
What?
flagged the channel. Yeah. So it's like, yo, hold up. So now you're trying to play with dude's money. That's a problem. So that's how I was just like, yo, you know what? I know better than to deal with certain people again, and I'm not dealing with them again in that instance, you know. So, like I said, anything that I say, I don't drink, I don't smoke, so I don't feel in the moment, I don't feel tough out of nowhere and just say, yo, I'm
Mhm.
saying this. My truth is my truth. And some people not gonna like my truth, but it's mine. And all the time it is the truth because I don't make up stuff about people. I don't just wake up one day and say, "Oh, I dislike this person," or you know, if you do something to me, I am a really, really, really bad enemy to have because there's no statute of limitation on the ass whooping. And if I owe you an ass whooping, I eventually have to pay my debt one day. You
He
know,
coming
so
for that ass whooping.
yeah, yeah. So just leave. I just be telling people, yo, just leave me alone. You don't like me, fine. Don't come in my comments talking about how much you hate me or yo, you're not this or you're not. I be like, yo, look, all right, cool. You whatever. Yeah, I do. I always have on shades. Yep. You know why? Because I got bright lights in here. You can even see them in my shades. I got bright lights in here and it hurts my eyes. You know what I'm saying? And I have like real lights, you know, like real studio lights in here. So,
Mhm.
you know, yeah, that's
Yeah,
really
I
it.
mean, a lot of people did ask about the change with the glasses because we were so used to seeing your beautiful eyes. So when you
Yeah,
got
nah, I had to put on shades for different reasons.
Mhm.
My sleep is a little off, and
Okay.
because of my mother, I inherited bags that I always have. So a
Oh.
lot of times I look sleepy all the time, or you know, the lights just really hurt my eyes. You know, I'm under people are subscribing to my channel as we're talking. You see that
Yeah,
coming up? Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Um, so
Yeah.
so a lot of times, wow, where's all these subscribers coming from? What's happening? They coming from you, yay, from Lush. You know what I'm saying? But you know, what happens is and it just became my thing. When people was like, "Yo, why you always got on shades?" I said, "You know what? That makes you mad? Good. I'm gonna make you real mad. So I'm gonna just keep buying
Because they
shades."
never know what you're thinking, though. I mean, and how did it feel though? Because I feel like a whole like burden or almost like a new energy came off of like just transitioning from that and becoming, and because sometimes you lose your voice when sometimes you're a part of teams or different
I
situation.
lost my voice.
You learn from that, but
Yeah.
finding your voice again. Talk to people about that. Finding your voice.
I didn't know how important my voice was. I
Mm,
didn't know that what I said, people it meant something to people. I was like, "Why you care about what I say?" Because I don't have the 700,000 followers. I don't got the blue check and all that, but I would tweet stuff like, "Yo, French Montana album is whack." And then he would see Rec and be like, "Yo, your man was hating on my album." And I'm like, "Why do he care about what I say?" Then I started realizing, whoa, whoa. Again, it's not how many people follow you, it's who's following you. So
exactly.
sometimes you're gonna do and say stuff and you got the attention of people. So how do you spin that and use your voice to your advantage now? Because
Exactly.
talking about other dudes, good, bad, and different, could be to your disadvantage. How do you use your voice and implement your career, your lifestyle, and what you're doing in there? So once you find your voice and you say, "Yo, what's up? I'm Doggie Diamonds of Doggie Diamonds TV." That's different. That's a whole new game. So now everything falls on me. When I win, I win. When I lose, I lose. You know, and
How
it
did
was
you feel when you first said that? Like it came out like this is me. Like my
it
voice
was
is there.
it
How
was
did that
meant
feel?
it was just meant it was regular, it was meant to be. It was just
Mm,
meant to be. I was, again, I'm Doggie Diamonds, and I'm not even Doggie Diamonds, I'm Forbes. So when I say stuff, people, "Yo, Forbes, what's up?" And I'm like, "Yo, Forbes, what's up? You talking to me? Yo, my name ain't Forbes. Like, why you keep calling me that?"
exactly.
So you lose your identity when you go under these things, and when you regain your identity, it feels good because when you do something and this video does well or it does poorly, you know that it's all under you. You know, it's I just was tired of me personally, and this still happens to me to this day from friends, former business partners, former associates. Everything I've done in my life, somebody always take credit for it.
Mm.
My whole life, I was a producer. I could show you studio equipment in here that's in a box that I never even opened. I used to do beats. I do a beat. I got dudes saying, I remember these girls asking, "Yo, who did the beat?" And I was like, "I did." And yo, I did it too. I helped. I'm like, "Yo, you ain't touched one machine. What are you talking about?"
Oh,
You know
just
what I'm
so
saying?
y'all know, Doggy does produce like all the stuff, the music and stuff you hear on this stuff on this
Oh
video.
yeah, yeah.
He
I
does all
do.
this stuff.
Look, I do all the music. I do all the graphics, everything you see, and a lot of this stuff is hard to. Oh, so it looked better now for some reason. Yeah, you see the screen look better. Oh, I can use this now. Yeah. So yeah,
But
yeah,
I like you better when you're forward, so I can
yeah,
see.
yeah, 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 yeah. So yeah, but I do all my graphics, I do
Mhm.
everything, and the only reason why I do everything is because I was forced to do everything. I don't
Mm,
want to rely on anybody that could BS me. I don't want to rely on anybody to say, "Yo, I got you next week." Oh, I'm working on it. No, no, I need a quick turnaround, man. Life is going on every day. So I say, you know what? I'm gonna open Photoshop and I'm gonna figure it out.
exactly.
Once I did that, sky was the limit. Then I'm on Photoshop, and that's called your IP. What's IP? Your intellectual property. Your intellectual property is what you discover, what you come up with, and what you conjure up out of your brain. So when people say, "Yo," they look and they say, "Yo, how you got your logo to do that?" I'm like, "I'm not telling you." That's my
Exactly.
IP. That's what I sat up all day for, looking at tutorials and figuring it out, trial and error. Why should I just give that to you? You got college courses that people take where you got to pay $9,000, $10,000 a semester to
Facts.
figure that one thing out, and you just want me to just give it to you. Then they say, "Oh, we got to stick together." Black people, listen. Don't hit me with that stuff. Don't hit me with that one hand wash the other, both hand wash the face. Don't hit me with that because at the same time, I see dudes on Clubhouse cash apping chicks money. You understand what I'm saying? And you can't say to me, "Yo, bro, if you show me how to do that, I got a little 50 spot for you. I got a little buck for you. Well, what you want to show?" You know what I'm saying? So I don't like when people be like, "Yo, you got to look out." For what? We not
You
kin.
don't owe anybody anything. You
I
don't, but
don't.
you got a lot of people that try to pick your brain, you
And I
know.
and and look, being that I ask questions for a living, I know how to dodge questions too. You know what I'm saying? Or sometimes I just tell you, "I'm not telling you."
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Listen, I am who I am, whatever people perceive me to be. I don't, think I'm the somebody special, whatever. I'm a man like everybody else. I guess I accomplish a few things that people like me for. I'm grateful and I'm thankful. It's people who want to do things for me.
Mhm.
They want to give it to me for free. And I always
Mhm.
ask them, how much does it cost? They say, nah, for you, no, 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 no. How much does it cost? Because if I pay you, I don't owe you nothing.
Facts.
And
48
that
laws of
yeah,
power.
and that one little favor that you gave me could turn into 10 years from now, I gotta return that favor, and I don't might not want to. I might be in a different state, or you might be in a different state, you might be some because it's sometimes in this industry, it's people that you don't wanna be associated with no more
Mm.
because of how they carry themselves and what they did. So now but you owe them a favor.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? They
Exactly.
might have got caught out there, they molested children, or they raped a female, or they punched the old lady, and you can't be like, "Yo, I ain't doing that for them because they did this," and then they tell the world, "Well, do y'all know I helped start him?" And they be like, "Oh, word? You got started by a rapist?" So you
Wow.
understand what I'm saying? So don't take favors from people, you know, if you could pay them, Fair exchange is no robbery either. You could use the barter system where you do this for me, I do that for you. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? But people be like, "Yo, how much? I got you." I'll be like, "Nah, let me just pay you. I don't
That's
wanna take nothing for free because I don't wanna owe you anything. When I wanna after our, business transaction, I'm done with you. I don't have to deal with you no more unless we doing more business." So a lot of times
exactly.
people take free stuff, and then that free stuff turn into, "Yo, I helped them start this," and you'd be like, "Wow." Like, because we in an age where being a sucker, you're not considered a sucker no more.
Nah.
People do the most sucker stuff, and it's
It's
normal.
condoned though. It's
Yeah,
almost
that's what I'm saying, it's normal.
yeah.
So some stuff that people be doing, I'd be like, "Yo, hold up. Y'all taping people phone calls? Y'all sending out screenshots of," and it's the men doing that. I'm like, "Yo, when we start doing that?" But then people be like, "Yo, nah, he caught him out there." And I'm like, "Yo, but hold up. When did that become the thing to do?" I'm confused. So, again, people like what they like. I'm just not partaking in none of that because of the cloth that I'm from and how
Mhm.
I was raised. You just don't do certain things. You know what I'm saying? And everybody be talking about keeping it real and keeping it street, but some of the stuff y'all doing is not street.
It's definitely
And
not.
and if it ain't and if you're not street and you're not trying to abide by street rules when it's convenient, cool. You know what I'm saying? Just go all the way in and go all the way left. But don't try to when it's convenient, "Yo, the streets, the streets, the streets." But I'm like, "Yo, but you just taped somebody's phone call. That's not
Exactly.
street. That's police work."
That's the feds.
This is what I'm saying. You just tap somebody's phone, you know what I'm saying? But then you wanna be like, "Yo, the streets, the streets." I'm like, "Yo, but what you did was not street,"
Definitely was not straight.
you know?
And you know what, doggy? A lot of people, they have this demeanor. Some people get intimidated, you know. But if you really talk to Dog, because Doggy's a good person. Like if you talk to him like on a regular,
Mhm.
he's a sweetheart. Like
No, you know what's funny?
yeah.
I show I answer every DM, I
Hmm.
answer everything, and I don't make people promises I don't keep, and I don't have
Yeah,
a issue with saying no.
exactly.
I don't have an issue with saying no, and if people are inspired by no or they wanna say you hating or whatever, that's really on them. You know what I'm saying? Because again, you have to protect yourself. This right here is my likeness. This is my face when I was 300 pounds. Oh, right here. Yeah. It's my face when I was 300 pounds, and I kept that. But you see everybody doing a cartoon now, but that's a whole nother story. I was the first. I was the first with the cartoon logo, but that's a whole nother story. Yeah. So this name right here is my likeness. The O in right here, the O in no filter is my face again.
Hmm.
That was all branding for me, you know what I'm saying? And I came up with all of this, you know what I'm saying? This is from my brain. So if I do something, it's under Doggie Diamonds TV. It's no filter with that
Exactly.
face, from Doggie Diamonds TV. So some people are just not. I learned that the hard way. You can't show love to everybody. One time, Puffy did the Come Up DVD for Fendi.
Mm.
Fendi put him on a DVD where it was dog fighting. And
Ooh.
Fendi hit him. Puffy hit Fendi and was like, "Yo, why would you put me on the DVD with illegal dog fighting? I can't be on no DVD like that." And I was like, "Yo, that's deep because."
Especially when what's the name got locked up and every did
Yeah,
fed.
yeah, yeah. So you have to be careful because if they come down on the DVD, they'll say, Puff Daddy Diddy, on the DVD with dog fight. He don't know what's gonna be on that DVD. You know what I'm saying? So again, you grant some people interviews and you do something with somebody. I did a it was an Instagram live and I was talking about, this fake street stuff and people took my footage and was like, Doggy Diamonds goes in on this person, this person, this person. I was like, I wasn't even talking about them. If I was talking about them, I would say their name. But then
Hmm.
I know the spin game. I know the views. I know the game. So I said, you know what? I don't even got nothing to say. You know what I'm saying? So again, I just don't affiliate with certain people because they're just bad for where I'm going.
But you're transitioning and evolving. You know,
Yeah.
we dealt with the hip hop, like even with myself. I the first my love for hip hop, I love him to death. But then I transitioned into the more entertainment red carpet stuff. And I
Mhm.
think as we grow, we're not gonna be the same person we were last year or 3 years
Exactly.
ago, you know, and we're growing, you know, and even with like the health transition, you know, healthy mind, healthy body, you know, you changing your life, and I think that's a good thing, you
I
know.
don't think people, you know what's funny? I thought originally when I changed my lifestyle, I thought people would have been a little bit more intrigued by that. I don't think people was that intrigued by that. I was shocked at that. I was shocked that people didn't realize that I was 300 pounds at one point and lost 120 pounds. I thought people would have been like, yo, you need to give a class. You need to, because I would show myself running. I would show all
Yeah,
types of stuff. And I thought people would have been into that. And they wasn't. Even I did a video, top 3 empowering things to do for 2021. I thought people would have been like, yo, this is some good advice. People just want smut. Let's be real with you.
well, you know what they say. They said, you know, people love killing, sex, and drugs and all this crazy and nonsense, you know. But the thing about it is that Doggy is very inspirational because seeing that transition, you also inspired me too, fam. You know,
Yeah,
'cause,
yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
dealing with this industry and a lot of trauma and stuff, you know, we go through our situation where we're gaining weight. We don't even know we're gaining weight at the point, you
Because
know.
you running around
Yeah,
and
running around.
Popeyes is right there and you hungry in
Exactly.
the car because you was driving from state to state. You know what I'm saying? Before
Exactly.
you stayed, we was in Queens for a while, right?
Yeah, I was in Queens. Then you know, we was doing a show in the Bronx. Then I came back to Maryland. You know,
Exactly, but I remember you was
yeah,
driving away from Maryland to New York to do
yeah,
events, stuff like that, then you gotta drive back and you be like, "Yo, Imma be up this weekend." That's miles on the V.
exactly,
There is no home cooked meals, that is all fast food. You know what
exactly.
I'm saying? So then one day you wake up and I tell people, one day I woke up and I looked in the mirror and I literally said, "Who the is this?"
That's it.
And I said, "I don't even know who I am. I don't even know if I'm supposed to look like this. I don't even know who I am no more. Like I have to do something. I have to put something together." And I remember I stepped on the scale and it said 200 and 95 pounds. And I was like, 295? I was like, that's 5 pounds away from 300. I said, nah, no, no, no. How could that be? So I had a pint of Ben and Jerry's and I had 4 boxes of Girl Scout cookies. And I said, "Well, you can't throw it away. Just eat it all and be done." And I ate all of it. I ate all the cookies. I ate all the Ben and Jerry's. And I stepped on the scale and it said 300. And I said, "Well, ain't nowhere else to go but down because you're not going back up." And that was it. I started right there. What I started doing was walking. I started eating small portions more often, cut out the butter, cut out the oils, cut out the a lot of the salt, and just started drinking more water and being, because I would live a block away from Stop and Shop and I would take a cab. You know,
Exactly.
because when you got weight on you, yo, you always sweating because your body's trying to cool itself down because it's
Yeah,
carrying its load. So I was like, yo, it's like 90 degrees. I ain't trying to sweat with these bags. I'm gonna take a cab. Then I
exactly.
realized, then I started challenging myself and say, yo, walk to 42nd Street from downtown Brooklyn.
And that's a long fucking walk. Excuse me.
Yeah. Yeah, 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 and then I walked on from Harlem to
Mhm,
downtown Brooklyn. I walked from Harlem. I took the train up there. I went to this place, this buffet place, and I made me a nice tray. It wasn't a lot of food, but I
mhm,
had a nice tray. I had some steamed cabbage, uh, and I think some grilled chicken, and I ate, and I said, "Yo, I wonder if I could walk home."
mm,
And I was on 129th and Lenox, and I said, "Yo, I wonder if I could walk home." And I was like, "Well, physically, it ain't nothing that you can't do. It's mentally, can you do it?"
mm,
And me, here I go, and this thing up here, I say, mentally ain't nothing stronger than me. Hold on. So you trying to say what's gonna happen? I'm gonna get tired? Well, if I get too tired, then I'll just get on a I'll just get an Uber or I'll
mhm.
get on a train. But you
Exactly.
gotta try. And next, lo and behold, I was at the foot of the Brooklyn Bridge, like, yo, you did it. Or once you get across this bridge, even though you're not in front of your home, You downtown Brooklyn, you home. You 10
Exactly.
minutes away from the crib, you did it.
Exactly.
So, I was walking across the bridge, and, I have a phobia of water and heights.
I'm same here.
So, I'm walking across the bridge, and I look down, and I seen the water through the what I said, "Yo, the water is right under me," and I froze. Instantly had an anxiety attack. I'm standing there, and I'm like, "I can't move," and it was a female coming, and she wasn't a bad looking female, and I'm like, "Nah, you can't be no sucker in front of this chick, man. You got." So as she walked, again, being open and honest with yourself,
Yeah.
I said, "Listen to me. I'm having an anxiety attack because 'cause I'm scared of heights, and I walk so far, I'm a little tired. My brain is, playing games with me because 'cause I'm tired. Can you just walk with me for 5 minutes and distract me till I
Wow.
get off this plank?" And she said, "Alright, come on, let's walk." So I started walking. So she was like, "So what's your name? What you do?" And I was like, "I'm such and such," you know? She said, "Oh, that's cool. I do Black Girls Rock." I was like, "Black Girls Rock?" She said, "Yeah." She said, "Yeah, my name is DJ Beverly Barnes." I said, "Oh, wow." I said, "So I'm walking with D." So we both in the industry, and next thing you know, I got to the foot of the bridge. I was cool. I was like, "Yo, I'll holler at you later. Thank you." You know what I'm saying? But again, being open and honest with yourself and your situations and not being ashamed and hiding. I had an anxiety attack. I was just scared. I was scared. I looked down, I saw the water. I said, "Yo, not only are you high up, you gonna drown." It's my 2 biggest fears, drowning and being high up. And again, I'm fatigued. I walk from Harlem. So when you think from Harlem, that's 70, the hundreds, then you get in the 70s, then you get in the 60s, then you 42nd Street, then you 34th Street, then you 28th Street, then you 23rd Street, then you West 4th, then you
It's
14th Street,
long
then
ass
you West
walk.
4th, then you through the village. It's blocks and blocks and blocks
Blocks
and
and
blocks.
blocks.
It took me maybe like
How
6
many hours?
hours? Like 6 hours?
You did that in 6 hours?
Yeah, yep, did that for like yeah, that's what I'm saying, I was just walking, I was out, I started getting a little hungry even though I ate the food
Uh-huh.
that I ate, but I knew that I burned it off because I was just the calories, I knew I didn't 'cause at this time, I was on a caloric deficit. Caloric deficit is when you don't eat a lot of calories for the day, you just eat
Exactly.
enough so you don't fall out nowhere. So,
Exactly.
I knew that I needed some energy, so what I did was I seen a Dwayne Reed, I went in the Dwayne Reed, got me a thing of trail mix, and I got the trail mix in the water, and I was just back. I was back, you know what I'm saying? Because the peanuts and everything with the protein just got me, gave me a little quick boost. The sweetness from the raisins and all that, and I ate the bag of trail mix, and I just kept walking. And when I got to the foot of the bridge, I got in the middle of the bridge, and I just froze. I looked down. I said, "Oh, yo, you gonna drown." And that happened. And then again, me dealing with what I deal with, I
Yeah.
could have stood there and been ashamed and
Yeah.
let her walk past me, but I said, "No, no, no, no. Say something. Yo, listen, excuse me. I'm having an anxiety attack right now because 'cause I'm scared of water. I just walked all the way from Harlem, so I'm a little fatigued." When you're tired, your brain starts playing games with you. I don't care
Exactly.
when you get up in the morning and you be like, "Yo, did I brush my teeth?" You might still have your eyes closed, and you'd be like, "You brushed your teeth twice." You know what I'm saying? You might have took your vitamins twice because you don't got your bearings together. So when I end up walking with her, everything was all good, and we just end up, getting then I was like, "Yo, this is something on my bucket list." I walk from Harlem.
But you know
You know
what?
what?
I commend you though, doggy, because I have anxiety attacks too. But that's also with military stuff too. But it happened to me on a Betsy Ross. I was coming with Emma. We was going trying to go to New York. The car broke down in the middle of the Betsy Ross. It took them almost 30 minutes to get me to go to the other car. And sometimes you feel ashamed or you feel some type of way, but the fact that you had the courage enough to talk to somebody.
Yeah, because again, what I go through or what I deal with,
Hmm.
I'm not ashamed, you know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? There's millions of people that go through that at times, and, it doesn't have to be anything chemical or medical. It's just times in our life where
Yes.
we freeze. It's called stage fright, it's different things. I'm telling you, I've interviewed people and I'm like, "Yo," like I said to you earlier, I'm like, "Yo, relax, calm down. I got you. If you just follow me,
Yeah,
I'm not you're not here to be attacked." I remember before I interviewed, Brother Marquise from Two Live Crew. That's something I just did recently, maybe like a week and a half ago, week and
Yeah.
a half ago. I remember Nicole who hooked up the interview. She was like, "Yo, listen, he don't really do press, go easy on him because he's a little, I said, listen, I'm a professional. He's in good hands. And then after I did the interview, he called me. He's like, yo, you made me feel mad comfortable. Like I was saying stuff to you that I normally wouldn't say because again, when we bring people on these platforms, unless you don't like them, and unless you got beef with them, you're supposed to make them feel comfortable. They doing you a favor. You know what I'm saying? And then you're doing them a favor at the same time. So it's like we're both getting something out of this. I'm getting content and you getting your word out. So why we make it? But then don't be afraid to challenge them too.
Mm-hmm.
When
Yeah.
people say stuff to me, I'll be like, that don't sound right, right? Or why people might have interpreted what you said a certain way because it don't sound right to me. And I ain't no damn fool. You know what I'm saying? So you can't just smooth stuff over because a lot of times I'm always listening.
Yes.
Like I talk for a living, but I also listen. So that everything somebody say is like being run through a stenographer machine. Everything you say, I hear everything you say. Sometimes people be like, yo, he look bored. No, I'm listening. I'm not here
Exactly.
to interrupt you. I'm not here to overtalk you. I'm here to listen to you. If I ask you a question, go. Now, sometimes I will cut you off if you're straying away. Like, oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. All right, how we got into that?
Exactly.
That's not where we need to go. We need to come back over and be like, yo, stop cutting them off. I say, yo, y'all so used to so many interviewers cutting people off. Y'all don't even know the art of interviewing now. Remember, I'm one of the founders of this. I don't cut people off. I bring them back into what
Exactly.
we're talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But the comments, people gonna say what they say because they can. Um, and I take a lot of stuff in stride. Sometimes I go in the comments and I tell everybody, shut the F up. And sometimes I just ignore it. Just depends on how I feel. Sometimes I go in the comments and I be like, yo, your mother, you know what I'm saying? Or sometimes I just don't say nothing, whatever, because I don't, it just depends on how I feel. And my thing is this, you don't even have to agree with everything I say or do. Just
Yeah.
be respectful.
Just
Why is it disrespect? Why are you being disrespectful because you don't agree with my opinion on something? Like, why am I? Oh, you a coon or I remember people used to be like, "Yo, when I see you, I'ma slap you," and all that. I'm like, listen, man.
and what is that going to prove at the end of the
No,
day?
but slap me, and
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
guarantee you, that I'll be the last person you ever slap in your life. I guarantee that. So and then for what? Because you disagree with my hip hop opinion. It ain't like I get on here and say, yo, the fourth person in the comments, mother is this, that. I don't do no stuff like that. It's we on here giving our opinion on the culture. We're talking about stuff. If you disagree with it, why do I have to get slapped? Why do I have to be all these names? And I try to tell people that, yo, we got to find other ways to communicate and be nice to each other without saying certain things because when you say certain things to people, that automatically results in violence.
It triggers some people, some people, it triggers some people, but at the same time, I think you always give intelligent feedback to
I
people.
try, but people have to be mentally capable to receive it also though.
That's
So
true.
you could be intelligent to a 4-year-old. That doesn't mean a 4-year-old understands.
Exactly.
Sometimes your audience, they might not have some of your audience might not have the mental capacity to even understand what you're trying to convey because they automatically want to be combative. They automatically want to argue or, you know, because it's like when sometimes people be like, yo, I used to rock with you, but I don't rock with you no more because you said this. I'm like, so you never rock with me anyway then? Because if one thing that I said out of thousands of things make you turn on me, fine, go over there. Matter of fact, I block you.
Well, the thing about that situation, because my thing is like, I think I talked in one of these rooms and we were talking about that. If somebody says something crazy out of the wall, I would have to call you, doggy, and say, hey, doggy, what was the real context behind that? Because
Yeah,
it's not
yeah, 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 yeah.
the way you say it. And if I know you personally, I'm like, I'm not going to cut you off. I'm going to ask him exactly, explain yourself to me so I can understand where you're coming from. You
Now
know,
I had people who I've helped say stuff about me on video or do stuff behind scenes, and I'm like, yo, this camera has really, really turned a lot of people out and changed them. And I say, you know what? It's cool. Everybody get their moment, but just remember, my moment has been here for 17 years. No, 15 years. Your moment might not even be here for 15 months.
Exactly.
And again, constant elevation, growing, pushing my narrative, controlling my life, my brand, how I want to go, how I want to be perceived, what I want to put to the world, and not slutting myself out too.
And we
And
do
slut,
find that. We do
yeah,
find people in
and
the.
slutting yourself out is you on here every day because you have to be. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I only really want to come on when I got something to talk about. I don't just make up. And guess what happened today? I'm like, yo, nah, because it's a thin line between reporting stuff, creating content, and just being a gossip person. And it's certain things that I don't want to talk about because I don't care. You know,
Exactly.
I just don't care. Like, and again, people might care about it. So it's channels. I'm not knocking nobody for what they do. But
Mm-hmm.
for me, you know, like a lot of times, people might say, well, academics came out and blew up and he blew past everybody. And I say, well, look at the type of content that he does. Of course, he's going to blow up and blow past everybody because look at the type of content that he does. But y'all also think that he's a sucker, right?
Mm.
Y'all also call him a sucker and a lame and all that for doing it. But he's a millionaire for doing it. But I can't do that because I'm not looked at as a lame or a sucker. So y'all would be looking at me crazy if I start doing that. You understand what I'm saying? But he get away with it. So of course he's gonna get rewarded for being a sucker. You know what I'm saying? And y'all, because I'm not even calling him a sucker. I actually think academics is funny. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Because again, he came out, he stuck in his lane, and he did what he did, and he do what he do. If you don't like it, don't watch it. People won't like something and then watch it, and then I'll be like, but you like me, and you don't watch me. So what do you really like though? What do you really like? Because liking something or somebody is shown. It's not what
Exactly.
you talk about. So if you clicked his video to call him all types of names, you still gave him a view. But you'll say Doggie Diamonds, that's the homie, yo, he official and all that. But you don't even watch my content. How does
Exactly.
that help me?
Exactly.
You
So,
know, so go
Doggy,
ahead.
you talked about that. What does support look like for you?
It's my support come from strangers. My support come from people that I don't know.
Mm.
People that I know personally, that I grew up with, that I was around a long time. I really don't get no support for them besides like my immediate first cousins and my cousin Jalen. She buys everything that I put out. She buys all my merch. She wears my hoodies. He buys my mug, everything. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thankful for that. But my support comes from people that I don't know because the people that you do know can't believe that you was the guy that they was eating 4 chicken wings and fried rice with. And now you're not eating that no more because you elevated, but they still eating 4 wings and rice. So sometimes they don't respect the fact that you change, you evolved as a man,
Mhm.
some you evolved as a woman as we're supposed to. We're not supposed to
Yeah.
stay the same. I'm not 17. You know what I'm saying? I'm not
Exactly.
23 no more. I'm a grown man with responsibility and bills. So I'm supposed to evolve and do so. A lot of times people be angry with you because you're not with them. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? And where they at in life. Or then a lot of times people feel like, well, if he got this, I'm supposed to have that too. But it's like, but what do? You didn't add on nothing. My thing was when I was coming up and I wanted to be in certain ciphers, I would just be like, yo, what do I have to do? I gotta carry the records? Do I have to do the coat check? What I gotta do? Because I just want to be here. And I remember coming up on the track masters and they would be in the studio and I'm like, yo, who needs something from the store? Because I don't want nobody looking and saying, yo, and at this time, I'm like 15, 16 years old. I don't want nobody looking around saying, what do you do? He's the producer, he's the artist. Why are you here? Oh, I'm here. I go to the store. You know what I'm saying? And I'm at this time a young dude in the street, on the street, doing all types of foul stuff in the hood. But when I got around certain people, I was like, yo, that's for the hood. I'm not in the hood right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Mhm.
trying to be in this business and I'm gonna be on my best behavior. I remember them dudes saying to me, yo, why you so quiet? And I'm like, I ain't quiet. I just punched somebody in their face earlier today. You know what I'm saying? But I know my environment and I can't bring that element here. Because if I bring that element here, y'all not gonna want me around. And I really, really want to be here. I don't want to be there. So I know how to turn it off. I know how to leave that there. Because if I bring that here, y'all not gonna want me here, and then I'm out the game. So support, um, it come from strangers. I can't really say too many people I know that's down for me, that support
Mhm.
me. And I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I really don't care because a rocket ship, when the space shuttle goes up, it has all these components on it. And as gets higher and get higher, you see them start falling off. You know why? Because it's weighing it down.
Mm.
It was needed to build the ship and go up, but then they're not needed anymore because they're weighing it down.
Mm.
Fall off. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I might have been eating wings and rice with you, but then that taught me about health, why I shouldn't be eating wings and rice. And if you still want to eat that, then you're not needed. You have to fall off like the space shuttle. You have these components have to fall off so I could rise. It's not that I kicked you off or don't want you around. You're not needed because where you're at in life. You know, when somebody called me and say, "Yo, did you see what such and such posted?" I'm like, "No, I don't follow them." Yeah, go look at such and such page. No, I don't follow them. Why are you bringing something to my attention? If you're not calling me with opportunity, if you're not calling me with life-changing news for my brand, my business, myself, my health, my finances, what are we talking about? I don't care what
Exactly.
somebody posted. Oh, or when people used to be, yo, such and such said this about you. So what? What you want me to do? Kill them? What am I supposed to say? I'm not going to get on camera and be like, because people been here be like, and I want to respond to such and such. I got the thing on. Like, yo, you look crazy.
Internet gangsters. The sad part is our energy is our energy is our currency, and especially with 2021, we want to be protective of our energy, where we want to put it into. And as you grow as an adult, like some of that stuff, a lot of that stuff is meaningless. How is it going to make you excel? You know,
I said in 2020, a lot of people revealed to me who they really were to me. But in 2021, I'm going to reveal to them who I really am.
mm,
And that's why right now I'm just want to reach my highest potential in everything. And anybody that's in the way, you got to get out the way.
facts.
You know what I'm saying? And again, I'm not afraid to lose a friend because I
Mm,
never lost a friend that I wanted back. I never lost a friend that I wanted back as a friend because if you're a friend, I can't lose you.
facts.
So if me and you could have a falling out over something, then we ain't as cool as I thought. And especially stuff that's involved in this cyberspace because I never slept with your woman. I don't owe you no money. I ain't talk about your mama. I ain't talk bad about your kids. What are you mad at?
Mm,
You know what I'm saying? And then I got people who just angry at me and I don't even know why, but they're not man or woman enough to say, yo, this bothered me. Or they're not man or woman enough to say, you know what? Thank you. I have people who I don't talk to, but I have to be thankful for what they did for me. And I always have to you could say somebody like Jordan Tower. I don't
mm,
talk to Jordan Tower. I don't associate with him, but I have to say thank you for giving me an opportunity. So anytime the beginning of my story comes out, I have to say, well, Jordan and Rec did this, that. I can't like just strike them from the record because I think he, did stuff that I don't like or whatever. No, you have to keep it real. You know what I'm saying? And that's what a lot of people don't do. So a lot of times when I see these artists and people be like, yo, how you got started? They won't even mention me. And I'd be like, yo, you used to be in my crib every day. But it's cool. Listen, it's all good because at the end of it all, the same people you see going up, the same people you say going down. And again, a lot of these people's already gone. It's already over for them.
mm-hmm.
I'm still here. You know what I'm saying? I'm still here, moving on to different things and again, just putting my plays together. You know what I'm saying? But what I want to tell everybody too, support. You're not going to get the support that you need unless you tell people what you want.
Mm,
You gotta tell people how to support you. And support is a two-way street, but a lot of times we be thinking that, yo, you don't support me either. And I'd be like, well, what do you do? What do you need me to do to support you? Because what I need you to do, I need you to like, share my content. I need you to go on YouTube when you watching the video, just hit the share button, share it to your Facebook wall, share it to your Twitter feed. The way you can screenshot people getting smacked, punched, and all that. Take a clip of it and put it on your Instagram and say, because you find out how to do that, right? So do
yeah.
that with my content. But people are like, yo, you don't support me neither. I'm like, well, what do you do? Yo, Nah, I'm just saying though, I be telling you to pull up, but listen, man, I don't drink or smoke. What you do with your time, I don't have time to do that. I don't have time to be in them environments because how is that productive for me?
It's a distraction, you know.
And it's a time and place for everything. Sometimes I pop out, but then I be like, "Yo, hold up. Do I gotta bring a gun?" I don't
Yeah, sometimes, yeah,
know. I don't wanna go.
you
Or
don't want to be in that situation.
so with sometimes the people like, "Yo, pop out, it's gonna be mad chicks there." I'm like, "Chicks? We still talking about chicks in 2021 where you could pay $40 for it? What are you talking about?"
I can't wait.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. This is my thing. I
Yeah,
want my loved ones and my family, I wanna call them and say, "Yo, look, 5 o'clock, I need you to go take this meeting here. 5 o'clock, answer your phone. 3 o'clock, go over here, pull up over here." I don't want to call you and say, "You seen what such and such posted? Yo, I think that." No, no, no. That's not productive. We did that already. Come on, man. Most of us come from Black Planet and MySpace and all that. You know,
facts.
this is not new. This is not new. This is just new to some people because they are not internet savvy. I've been
Exactly.
internet savvy. I know how to code. I was changing my MySpace background and all that stuff
Come
like that.
on.
So this is what I'm saying. So to some people, this is just something great, and they're like, "Wow, wow, wow, wow." But I'm like, "This is old news." And
Old.
you have to find a way to monetize yourself and your content. So I'm not into doing stuff that I can't monetize because they using me. Where's my money at?
Exactly.
Even when you go live on Instagram, they got something called badges. You could turn the badges on and people could donate.
Exactly.
Like even on your channel, like people supposed to say, "Yo, I like your content." StreamYard is not free.
Yeah, StreamYard is not free.
Yeah.
Yes.
So to have all these nice bells and whistles, you have to pay for this every month, right?
Exactly.
And then what people say is, "Yo, Lush, man, you should be bigger than what you are. Yo, Lush, I love what you're doing." Okay, so if you feel that way about me, what are you willing to do to help me get to the next level? Could I come
Exactly.
to you and say, "I need a new microphone"? This is a Shure 57.
Exactly.
This might cost $400.
Exactly.
That's why I sound so clean. You know what I'm saying? I got a mixing board right here. I got speakers right here. I got dual monitors. I got GVM lights. You know what I'm saying? Like, but
All
this
of that stuff costs money, so it's an investment.
and you know who paid for it? Me. I didn't crowdfund. I didn't tell nobody, "Yo, I need money for this." Then the people like, "Yo, what I'm donating to you for?" Because you keep saying that you think I should be bigger than what I am. I'm not as big as you think I should be because the people who are big have people who invested in them. Y'all don't even wanna invest in what you so-called love. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing, and your little $5 donations, your little $10 donations, your little time, every check every 4th check you get, that little $50, that go a long way because I don't drink or smoke. I'm not gonna take your money and go give it to the weed man or go to the liquor store. Imma go get product. Imma go, "Yo, hold on, so, I need more lights." The backdrop costs. Everything
Everything
costs.
costs money.
Everything costs money. So if you like the content that I'm giving you, you like what I'm bringing you, yo, sock it to my pocket.
Exactly.
You know
Show
what I'm
that show that support, whether it's monetary or even if it's sharing. People don't even understand. Like,
saying? Hit
just
that button.
too much for you to share, to like, to do that. That's digital currency. That's showing your digital currency. That person took that time to give you that content, show them that love. And that's one thing that I think, as we're moving and coming at that digital society, even though we've already been in a digital society from
No, it's coming full swing now.
AOL and all that stuff, and we were already ahead of the curve. But now that a lot of people are not prepared for it, but they're just jumping onto it. How do you see the digital community as we move forward?
Um, One thing I don't like about it, I mean, the digital community is here, it's gonna be here, everything, Cash App,
Mm-hmm.
everything is digital. One thing I don't like about it is I don't think that we are in control of many things. I think that we boost stuff. I think that we take their creations and make it great, but we
Mm,
don't own none of it. So, everybody jumping on Clubhouse. Clubhouse is a big thing, but who owns Clubhouse? Who's responsible for it? Which one of us that come from our world, that come from our culture, is actually pushing it? Who owns it? So why we keep taking their things and making it big without any ownership in it? You know, we keep saying, "Oh, I got the new hot thing," but you don't own it, you know, and that doesn't make any sense to me. My thing is we need more black people in Silicon Valley. We need more black tech people. We need more black people that's building apps and doing things, and just stop always trying to do nigga stuff. Stop trying to always rap or do a podcast or you know all this other stuff. Is other things that you can do within this culture, and actually you'll make the most money. You know, so if money's the so is money the motivation or is fame the motivation? I just want the money. You know what I'm saying? I just so happen that I do stuff and people see my face, but I could be doing a lot more. I could put out 1 billion pictures a day. I could be filming everything. I don't do that because that's not what creating content is. So digitally, everything is going to be digital. I mean, who would have thought that me and you could be sitting here talking and look like a newscast, look like
I know,
Channel,
right?
but then they come out with StreamYard. But how many of us got any stock in StreamYard? How many of us, get something for free from StreamYard?
Mhm.
So, if I'm not mistaken, I gotta look. StreamYard has a competitor, and it's
Yeah.
called Melon App.
Yes, they have another competitor. Yeah.
And what I did with Melon was is I hit them and I said, "Yo, look, I have a big YouTube." At this time, I had 179,000 subscribers, and I told them, I said, "Look, I'm either gonna go with y'all or StreamYard, but I'm not paying, right?
Exactly.
How
Mhm.
can I be a brand ambassador for your thing?" And they said, "Well, you could do it for Melon." So I could have my stuff look just like this, but I don't pay nothing.
Exactly.
So I'm not giving you $50 a month. I'm not giving you $25 a month to blow your thing up. And what do I get for that?
Mhm.
Yeah, it makes my stuff look nice, but
Mhm.
hey, I could do my own thing with this other app that I use and nobody don't really know about it.
Mhm.
So why am I gonna jump on the hot thing that everybody's using?
Mhm.
They just using everybody to get money, and that's my thing. So I think ahead. I say, "Yo, all right, you got." I think right now I'm at 187,000 subscribers. So my thing is, yo, use that leverage to get what you want in other things. You
Facts.
know, so people be like, "Yo, I got this, I got this." It's like, yeah, but you still paying these billion-dollar corporations for stuff. I'm not talking about paying not pay the dude for graphics and all that stuff. I'm talking about these people who don't need your money. You still giving them your money, but they're using your clout to help build them because people might see this and say, "Well, damn, how'd she do that?" Because these are at the bottom what people don't know down here. I like doing this. Down here, over here, this is called a PNG. She had to go inside of Photoshop and cut this out. She had to cut herself out over there. Yeah, yeah. All right. She had to cut herself out and then put the text. That's called PNG. You know what I'm saying? And you have to have a transparent background. So it's a lot of work that goes into this stuff. She had to put a background back there. And it's a lot of work. She had to get the ticker at the bottom. It's so much things that she had to do. You see the live at the top, the Facebook, those are PNGs also. That's not automatically in this. So she had to make a screen, a special screen for my video. You know what I'm saying? So people don't get the work and the effort that go into bringing forth content. And if you like what people are doing and and it resonates with you, always ask them, "Yo, how can I help? How could I help you get on TV? How could I help you be the biggest thing? Because I really rock with you." And the person to tell you. Sometimes some people might say, "Well, just give me money." Hmm, I don't think that that's a good thing, especially when you don't see people taking the money and really reinvesting the money into the brand. So if you've been donating to people and the audio is still bad and the lighting is not good, it's like, yo, what am I giving you money for?
Exactly.
But if you see them, upgrading and bigging their stuff up, you're like, yo, that was a wise investment. And of course, if you donate to Lush or you donate to me, I'm gonna be like, yo, shout out to such and such, man. So you get the acknowledgement for doing what you do. So even on my screen, when somebody donates me, they name pop up on my screen.
Exactly.
That's forever. You know what I'm saying? That's forever. So you can always say, "Yo, I looked out for the homie and I'm appreciative," because at the end of it all, yes, I'm Doggie Diamonds, I'm all this, but I'm still independent black media. Right? You still independent black media. And we always say, "Yo, we need to control." Well, it's hard to do that when we don't have the resources. What is resources? It's the money, it's the relationships that we need. It's hard to do that. We don't have the resources. Where does the resources come from? It comes from the people because we have to go to the people because complex is gonna fund academics. They're gonna fund Vlad. They're gonna fund all that stuff. So how am I supposed to compete with $1 million, $1 million company? So
Exactly.
if I got 180,000 subscribers and everybody gave me $1, or 50 cent, you know what I could do with that? Or if 10% of that gave me $1, I still could make some stuff happen. I could rent a studio somewhere and have a whole set and all that. But they'll be like, I ain't doing that for you. I don't. But then they be like, yo, when you gonna put this interview out? When you gonna do the? I'm like, yo, but I'm giving you free content. Sometimes I do stuff on YouTube and it be so spicy and so crazy that I get the yellow thing. I can't monetize the video.
Exactly.
Basically did it for nothing. I did it for free. There is no what do I get for doing it for free? So bragging about subscribers or bragging, what does that mean if you can't make the money from doing it? Because again, everything costs.
Of
I'm sitting
course.
here, I'm sitting here. Skype just took, as I'm sitting here talking to you, I'm looking at my email. Skype just took some money out my account because I got to pay for that every 3 months.
But it's crazy because even when we look at the content and people they like support, but like as us as independent media, even if you reach out, I've had some people, my fellow Black people, I reached out and they're dealing in the text, and I had to diversify my network in order to get aligned with the people that are in tech, so I can take my stuff to the next level because we have to own these apps. There's not that many people. It's always somebody behind it. They use an African American person as the
The
cover,
figurehead, yeah,
but
it's a
they're
figurehead. Yep.
not the ones that owning it. We have to own more. We have to have more people in Silicon Valley. We complain, but we don't do.
And then
And
when they go there, we don't
exactly,
support them.
exactly,
We don't
exactly.
we don't support them. And again, people like academics blew up, people like Vlad blew up, and they're the most hated. But the people, don't you realize even by hating somebody, you still supporting them?
Facts. They
You
say even though bad media, they say it's good media too when it
Yeah.
comes to publicity.
So what I try to do is I'll be wanting people to take from what I'm saying. If you're trying to do what I'm doing, you already got you're ahead of the curve because there was no learning curve for me. I had to figure it all out on my own. Now
Facts.
I could tell people, well, don't do this, and don't do that. I could be the blueprint to tell you what not to do. So you could just come out and just soar past me or do whatever the case may be because you got somebody. Me, the first person over the wall gets all the arrows. You know what I'm saying? So I got all the arrows. I done got shot up, stabbed up in this industry, trial and error, not understanding. You know what I'm saying? And now I could tell people, nah, you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. And I just tell people, yo, protect your brand. Everything ain't worth them views. You know what I'm saying? Protect your
Exactly.
brand because it's gonna be situations where years later you're gonna be like, that one thing I did. I did an interview with Sticky Fingers.
Ooh,
Sticky Fingers dissed everybody in this one interview.
damn.
And then he was like, yo, I was drunk. Don't put the interview out. And I was like, no, you was drunk. And I wasn't going to put it out because this is going to start World War III, but, and then I still have a relationship with Sticky because I didn't put the interview out. But the average person would have been like, yo, I'm putting it out. I'm getting his money. I'm getting his views, blah, 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 blah. But
But that relationship though.
yeah, because what he did was I didn't put the interview out and then he replaced it with something else. You know what I'm saying? He was like, oh, let's do another one. I also have another guy that I got to interview tomorrow, and he said some things, and then he said he ran it by his lawyer, and his lawyer was like, "No, you can't say that like that. You gotta say it like this." So he was like, "Yo, don't put the interview out. Let's do it over." So all right, cool, But I could jump the gun and be like, "Nah, this is juicy. This is spicy. I'm putting it out. I don't care." And then you just never know who you burning. You know what I'm saying? And then also be mindful sometimes too. Like I said with the J.R. Ryder situation, some people you messing with just don't mess with them, man.
Exactly.
Just
And,
don't mess.
and you guys got that inside information from Doggie. Doggie has seen it all. We've done seen the ups and the downs of the industry, the ugly, the good, bad, and the ugly of the industry, and we still continue to thrive. And like I give him nothing but respect.
Because of you, I know Lethal Lips. I met Lethal Lips.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
exactly.
And I end up, interviewing her. And I was
Yeah,
trying to get her to do a podcast before too, but I don't think she really has the time to do it. But I
yeah,
think she can speak.
Yeah.
I interview her, I'm like, "Yo, you articulate, you could speak, people would probably really wanna hear from you," but, she didn't
Well,
have the time
she
to
was
do it.
she was going through, a lot of, evolving with herself, but she's
Exactly.
very articulate. She's very
That's
articulate.
what I'm saying. She like, "Yo, you a little bit more intelligent than what people would know," and,
Exactly.
I think, you could think, but like I said, that's paying homage because the relationship with her comes from you. I didn't know her. You know what
Mhm.
I'm saying? I just ended up being at an event and I met you and she was there and it's like, okay, that's Lethal Lips. And me and her was able to build a relationship to where I interviewed her a few times
Exactly.
after that. You know what I'm saying? One of my interviews with her is dope. You know what I'm saying? I just titled it Into the Mind of a Porn Star. So YouTube
Mhm.
was like, you ain't getting no money off this, but it was a dope interview when I was at DTF because people don't know I was at DTF radio.
Yes,
You know
you
what I'm
were.
saying? I was all, every side of the spectrum of trying to do this media thing. I was there. I was in the buildings. We was in the events, whether it was 10,000 people in there or just us. We was still there. You know what I'm saying? And
But what did you learn from leaving there? Because we all go to these different things. What did you learn from leaving there and doing your own thing?
I learned that regardless, always come out, always put your best foot forward because you might impress one person. And that one person was in the room, could be somebody with a radio network, with a television show, and you got to give the janitor the same respect as you give the CEO. You know what I'm saying? Because the CEO, the janitor, the CEO once could have been the janitor. You know what I'm saying? So you shake everybody. Like me, I call it like politicking. I'm shaking hand, kissing babies. I'm giving everybody dap. I'm saying salute to everybody, whoever want pictures, shout out to everybody because you just never know who's who. And support comes from people who feel like they know you, like they could touch you. That's why I go live sometimes.
Mhm.
I have people call in and talk to them. And some people like, yo, man, I'm on the phone with him. Yo, I can't believe I'm on the phone with him. I'm like, yo, calm down. Like, I'm not no celebrity, bro, but what was good. You know what I'm
You
saying?
you are in your own right. I have to say,
Nah, I just like to deal with I really like to deal with the people. Like, I don't
yeah.
like the industry, and if it wasn't for the people, I wouldn't even do none of this, but the fact that I can reach the people, I could go direct to consumer, that makes me happy, because if I had to go through these so-called gatekeepers and all these people that do this, I would have been stopped doing this a long time ago. So the fact that I can go online and
Mhm.
have 2,000 people watching me any given moment, or I could do this, that's really what it's all about. So that's the other thing with the digital thing. You're able to go directly to consumer and you have to use that more and use it to your advantage. When I see people sitting there and they smoking weed or they doing, I'm like, yo, you wasting your time and you're wasting people's time. You an artist, people want to see your creative process. You go in the studio, turn that live on and say, look, I'm about to do this song called such and such. I'm writing to these beats. You'll help me pick the beat. The more involved people are with you, they like you. They feel like they're in. They feel like they help the creation. So you say, yo, help me pick the beat. What beat should I go with? Yo, let's do a poll. Then they got things. You could Google everything, poll maker. You could put a poll up on your Instagram or pick beat. Well, so it's so many things that you can do that involves the people. Once the people feel like they're rocking with you,
Mhm.
they gonna support you to the death. You know what I'm saying? That's how Little Kim and like Nicki Minaj and them have like loyal followers, like forever.
Exactly.
It don't matter. Little Kim can't do no wrong. Nicki can't do no wrong. Beyonce can't do no wrong. They got people. If you say something bad about them, they will egg your car. They will find where you live. You know what I'm saying? So
Exactly.
that's what you want. You want almost like a cult following of people who love and support you, but you have to engage the people. So that's just, that's one of my things. I really engage the people. I really talk to the people. I have them call in, come up with crazy topics.
Yeah.
And I get and what I like too, I have a lot of women supporters, but they don't look at me like I'm just like some low down dirty dude who's just trying to slide in a DM and holler at them and all that. I'm not in it for that. I'm not on the internet to look for love. You know what I'm saying? I'm on the internet to just connect with people because
But
how
you've always been respectful, though.
exactly, yeah, I'm just not I I mean, I've did my share I've had my share of fun in my life, so, this doesn't make me, to
Yeah.
some people were late bloomers, some people
Yeah.
never bloomed at all. So when this hits them, they just like, "Wow," like, yo, I'm like, I'm tired of all that stuff. Like, how do
Exactly.
I take the main thing with me is how do I take what I'm doing and reach my highest potential. What am I doing right? What am I doing wrong? What do I need to nip and tuck? What do I need to tinker with? I'm telling you, I spend so much time mentally preparing, so much time trying to figure out, okay, where did I go wrong? What am I doing wrong? What do I need to fix? What do I need to do? Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. But yo, damn, I misspelled that word. Or look
Mhm.
at that. That's what I do for myself, because I'm all into what I'm doing. And that's what you have to be about. You have to self-improvement. And the key word of that is self. And like I said, if your audience get a chance, they could go on my channel and look at the top 3 empowering things to do for 2021. Um,
And give them that tag. Get Doggy Diamonds everything, but give
yeah,
them
Doggie Diamonds TV, you know what
yeah
I'm saying?
Doggy
Not
Diamonds.
not .com, just Doggie Diamonds TV on YouTube. But, again, if you're an independent content creator, just keep going. It might be some days where you get 16 views. It might be some days where you get 100. Then one day you might wake up and you got 5,000. You gonna be so happy, and you're gonna be like, "Wow, I'm on my way." But just keep going. Don't get discouraged. Don't quit. Don't let nobody make you believe that what you're doing is nothing, especially if you believe in you.
Mm,
Because that's one of the things that we do. People push their fears on you and they have you doubting yourself. You know what I'm saying? So once they could put that doubt in you, they can control you. Nah, if you willing to live and die by the things you doing, then you go all the way. You know what I'm saying? I tell people don't stop. I never quit. People used to tell me, yo, how you got that camera stuff? Like, why would you do that camera stuff? Yo, you was an incredible producer. Yo, you a dope DJ. Forget that camera stuff. Yo, you could be running clubs and all that. I'm like, no, I want to do what I'm doing. The next thing you know, I see them with a camera. I'm like, yeah, I ain't gonna front. Yo, you was ahead of your time. I see now. I'm like, yeah, but what if I had to listen to you? I would have quit.
facts.
I would have quit. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you just gotta retool. Sometimes you don't do the hip hop, the battle rap events and all that. You go to red carpet events
Mhm.
or you go to different things because again, your brand, you have to big it up. You have to do different things. And I just pride myself on giving the voice to the voiceless. You know what I'm saying? And I don't care who it is. So again, nobody was thinking about Ali Vegas. My man Big M, DJ Big M was like, yo, you want to interview Ali Vegas? I was like, hell yeah. I didn't know I was gonna get 4.4 million views. I didn't know.
Mhm.
I didn't know, but somebody else would have said, oh, I'm not interviewing him. He's not relevant. And I keep telling people relevancy is not the person. Relevancy is the conversation.
Exactly.
So if I'm talking to Magoo from Timberland and Magoo, and he has insight on what's going on with Trump, then that conversation is relevant. But if he's talking about his music or something like that, that's not really that relevant. Not unless he gives a story or something that, one time Jay-Z came to the studio because you can always sell stuff like that.
Mhm.
But if he comes on here and say, yo, I seen the Capitol workers, that's relevant to the conversation. But we keep looking at the people and saying the person is not relevant. And it's like, truthfully, uh, if we take an artist like, let's say,
Mhm.
Currency is not relevant right now. He's a big name artist, but if he come here and talk to you about music, how would you might not care about that. But if he talk to you about what's going on with the elections or the vaccines or whatever, that's relevant. Currency speaks on why he's not taking the vaccine. Oh wow, I got a title, I got a headline. So yes, he's not relevant musically because he doesn't have nothing on the airwaves, but he's relevant to the conversation. So don't be afraid to interview anybody. It's just the conversation is the relevancy, not the person. So sometimes people are like, what you interviewing them for? What they got going on? It don't matter what they got going on. What I'm gonna ask them, we gonna make them have something going on.
And that's facts because I mean I remember when I interviewed AZ and they was clowning me
Mhm.
about that, but I'm like, this dude is like, he's
That's
epic.
AZ, man. You
So
can't.
that's AZ. There's just
Yeah,
certain people, like even before Charlamagne got on the Breakfast Club, we interviewed him when he went through that situation where he got left off from with Wendy Williams. And just seeing him blow up now with the Breakfast Club, these are things that, I know me, you both had been doing before a Breakfast Club and things of that nature. Even things like The View, but we were ahead of our time.
man. You come from Blog Talk.
Yes.
And people don't know nothing about that Blog
Yeah.
Talk. That was, that was a mofo too. You know what I'm saying? But and again, you had to pay for that.
Exactly.
You had to pay for that. So, you had to pay for that. You had to chase guests. You had to hope they call in at the right time. Some
Yeah.
people didn't call in. Some people
Facts.
was 20 minutes late. And and then what Blog Talk used to say, you are running out of time. Goodbye. And it would just hang up on you. Like it would just hang up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's a lot that you endured and you went through to be where you at. But the best thing about it is that you still here and you controlling the situation. You taking control of the situation. And again, you just figure out the little nips and tucks that you need to do and just keep going. Cause that's what I do. I sit here and say, I don't like that graphic, or I want to change this, I want to do this, or
Yeah.
I want to create this artwork. I want to do this. Like my next thing is too, I want to create a girl show with I
Mm.
want to do a girl podcast, but I want it with young girls. I want girls that's like 21 to 25. Like, do it with older girls. I said no. I want to see what these little chicks be talking about. I want to know what goes on through their mind. So I even did, if I could share that really quick, I
Yeah, go
even
ahead.
did where's the art? Where's this the artwork? Hold on one second. No, that's not it. If I could find it, one second, hold on.
Okay.
You can still see me, right?
Yeah, I can still see you.
Yeah, yeah, okay. So I did artwork and everything, and I want to do a show right here. Here we go.
He about to show us the artwork.
I
Oh, okay.
did this and just said I didn't even put this out. Well, I put it on my show, but I didn't really put it out. Wanted by Doggie Diamonds, females between 21 and 25 to co-host a new podcast YouTube show. Contact info at doggiediamondstv.com. So I sat here, I did this artwork, did this flyer and all this, and I'm like, yo, I'm gonna put this out. I didn't even put this out there really yet. I didn't put it on none of my social media. So I'm kind of like sharing it here. So, hit me on the thing, and it's gonna be girls who don't know each other. And I want to create like a girl talk show, but from a different perspective, not the thing of this boozy stuff and all that. I want to know what these girls be thinking about that come from the hood. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And it's because there's a lot of trials and tribulations, but who really gave them a voice? Because if you really think about it, everybody named mama act like they rich. Everybody named mama act like they good. They don't want
Exactly.
nothing. And that's BS. You know what I'm saying? So
Exactly.
yeah, that's what I wanted to do. How do I erase this? Hold on.
So if like I said, if you're 21, or 19 and up, and you're interested, make sure you hit up Doggy Diamonds on IG, and then also hit him up on YouTube and support him. And then like I said, he has the no filter hoodie
Yeah,
pullover.
yeah.
Support the merch. Get the merch is dope. Like that black and red. You already know what it is, man.
Yeah,
You know.
because I picked see even with colors like you certain colors pop. I'm not gang affiliated at all. I like red. I don't. I'm always gonna wear red. I like red, but certain colors pop. Like even doing research, food colors are like red, yellow. Certain colors pop. So you always have to be mindful of that, even when you create in your artwork. So
Mhm.
that's why I do what I do. But it's just me sitting here figuring it all out. So nothing is going to be given to you. Sometimes you have to work hard, and sometimes you got to take it. And I refuse.
Facts.
I refuse. No, no. I could. I respect the no. I respect the no more than I respect the spin. Because some people you can ask
Ooh.
them for something and they won't tell you no, but they'll keep spinning you. You know what I'm saying? Nah, just tell me no. You know what I'm saying? I could respect the no. I
Mhm.
respect the no more than I respect the spin. So, but just know that your no, it doesn't stop with your no. I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna find a way. So even if you told me no, I'm not gonna be mad. I'm not gonna be like, yo, see, you told me no, and we not doing that because you just might not have believed in my vision.
And that's
And
true.
that's okay. And that's okay. You know what I'm saying? That's okay. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's not gonna believe in you. Everybody don't have to believe in you. You know what I'm saying? Some people be like, yo, I was doing my podcast and I was trying to show it to you and all. I say, yo, man, I don't got no time. I'm looking at me. I don't got no time to be looking at you.
You
You know
trying
what I'm
to
saying?
perfect, you trying to
I know
perfect
I want to
yourself.
see if you're serious.
Mm.
I want to see if 6 months down the line you still going at it. I want to see if 6 months down the line you still making it happen. And
Exactly.
sometimes I see people, yo, they still going, and I hit them up and I say, yo, you was relentless. You know what I'm saying? And I respect that because some people, if they can't get the boost they want, they can't get the help they want, they quit. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? You
Fall
wasn't,
off.
yeah, you wasn't meant to be anyway. So people who really, really are passionate about stuff, you gonna do it whether somebody help you or not. You gonna make it happen. And that's how it was for me. Like, I'm not quitting.
You right, doggy, because there was some days, doggy, I said, I don't know, man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But the fact that we actually helping and changing people's lives, that means more than anything. Like there's a lot of people that are still begging for your content, So I mean, and like Doggy said, every setback is a setup for a step up. And sometimes some of the doors that are closed, maybe God was protecting you because He got
Yeah, you
something
wasn't supposed to
better
go.
for you.
Some doors you wasn't never supposed to
Yeah,
walk
you
into.
wasn't meant to go there for
You're never
real.
supposed to walk into that door. And again,
Exactly.
just be relentless in what you're doing, and create your own lane and create what you do, and you gonna be prosperous. And don't be motivated by hate and all that. I see people, hate, I'm motivated. Nah, why are you motivated by hate? You gotta be motivated by love. First love come from you loving yourself. I
But
can't, if you hate me, I'm not gonna be motivated because you hate me, so I want to hate you back or prove you wrong. Who the hell are you? You know what I'm saying? I gotta prove to myself that I am what I say I am, or I am what I think I am. Who are you? Because all you got to do is not acknowledge it. And then I did it all for nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's like you could do your hair and come in the house and be like, damn, I wonder if they notice my hair. And everybody just keep talking to you, and you be like, you keep fixing your hair and doing stuff, and nobody say nothing because you did it for them. You didn't do it for you. You know what I'm saying? Do it for you and they gonna come. That's how I felt like, that's why I don't be playing. I just keep going, keep going, keep going. If you build, they gonna come. You know what I'm saying?
woo! Say that again.
If you build, they gonna come. You know
Come
what I'm
on
saying?
now.
Yeah.
It
So you
is.
you gotta just keep going. I didn't quit. 15 years of just doing stuff, doing stuff. And I probably have about 60 unreleased interviews.
Oof.
About
Oof.
60. I got interviews with Scarface. I got so much stuff. But again, I'm a man that's into timing. Timing is everything for me. So everything ain't meant to just go out. You know what I'm saying? I'll be like, nah, it's time for that. It's
Oh,
time for that.
and remind them that even though we have old content, that doesn't mean it's old for people.
No, no, because again, how I conduct my interviews is always done in a timeless fashion, because I don't ask you questions about today, about right now. I ask you questions about you. So the questions that I ask you about you is going to be forever.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times I put out stuff and they be like, yo, I like that interview you did with such and such. And I be saying to myself, damn, that shit was 4 years ago. And they be like, no, that was 4 years ago. You know what I'm saying? So as long as your appearance didn't really change too much, and you know how you do stuff, they
Mhm.
don't know when it's gonna come out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think the next interview that I'm dropping this week is the one with Inspector Deck that I did, and he don't really do interviews.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I got a dope interview with Inspector Deck that I'm
So
gonna actually.
what day is that coming out for the people? Because you got some.
Tomorrow. I'm gonna drop it tomorrow on Doggie Diamonds TV. I
Oh,
don't put out full interviews. People have short attention spans. So
uh-huh.
I put out like a little, 7, 8 minute clip,
Yeah.
and then just warm it up. You know what I'm saying? I got
Mhm.
more UGuard coming out. I got a lot of stuff that I'm working on, but being that I do all my editing and everything, the process is a little slower, which I like. And that's really it. I'm gonna go live on my channel tonight,
Okay.
probably like 9:30, and talk about some topics and stuff. So, just make sure, for people who subscribed here,
Mm-hmm.
make sure that you hit the bell to get all the notifications too. Because if you don't hit the bell, the notifications, you won't know when she's going live or she upload new content. You can subscribe, but that don't mean you'll get a notification.
Definitely.
Also, it's very important to hit the like button, because when you get a certain amount of likes, you get boosted up in the algorithm in the recommended videos. You know what
Fact.
I'm saying? So, and leave a comment, and if you like what you see, if you like what you heard, stop being selfish, share it. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? The way you share people getting punched in their head, the way you share them twerk videos, the way you share that's not helping nobody. If you feel like you got some information from this video or any of the videos that could help you or help somebody else, share the video. It's very, very important. It don't cost you nothing to hit two buttons.
Exactly.
Share, and then whatever it is. It is free. If
Exactly.
you can't do monetary support, if you can't buy merch, at least share it. A thumbs up. I don't even like, I'll be saying to people like, damn, I gotta ask y'all to like the video.
For real.
What are you here for if you don't like me?
It's annoying.
You should automatically walk in the room and hit like. Just hit like.
Exactly.
Especially if you see the title. You see what the title is about. You see what I'm about to talk about.
Exactly.
Hit like. I don't even care if you hit dislike sometimes. It don't even bother me. Hit
Even
something.
the way.
Engage me somehow. You know what I'm saying? And that's important. So
And
um
we're gonna wrap up in a few, but somebody keeps tagging me and asking me. about the whole drink champs thing. How did that come about? Before we wrap up, they go
Yeah,
asking me about that.
I've known Nori for a very, very long time. And he's gonna reveal things on Drink Champs about me that the world needs to know and they don't know how. Basically, he said he wouldn't even be doing Drink Champs if it wasn't for me. Like I
Mm.
inspired him to do it. And the episode is gonna drop. I don't know when it's gonna drop, but I'm very, very patient. One thing that I'm not a pest. I'm not gonna be like, yo, when you put my do when it come out, it come out. But when it come out, it's gonna change the world. Trust me, because I was Mr. No Filter. I was nice today, but on there I was very, very no filter. I said what was on my mind, what was on my heart, and I finally got to get certain things out. And Nori just I had the invitation maybe 4 years ago to do Drink Champs, but it wasn't time for me to do it. It wasn't, again, I just told you I'm a person that's on time. And then leaving 2020, going into 2021, I said, you know what? I think it's time for me to do Drink Champs because I plateaued and I want to get to another level now. So now you got to do different things. So in doing that, this is going to take you to different levels. So let's do it in the fourth quarter. And if it don't come out in the fourth quarter, I know it's going to come out in the first quarter. You know what I'm saying? And that's when the new finances and the new fiscal year is. So everybody that could get signed for shows and podcast deals and all that, I'm about to have a big interview out there. So now I could use that for my leverage. So I hit him up and we set a date for December 17th. It's almost like a month now. But and then I flew to Miami on my dime, my own hotel room, paid for that, my own rental, paid for that, and I went to Miami and did it. So again, Nori is my dude. I've known him for a very long time. Did a lot of favors for him. He always told me, "Yo, whenever you want to come, be on my platform, just hit me and come." And I just felt it was time, so I did it. And that's why I went. So it was
Definitely.
just a phone call. It literally was a phone call.
Well, salute to you on all your accomplishments, bro. And I'm proud of
Thank you.
you for your growth and everything you do, and I commend you and I wish nothing but success for you and continued success. And you are where the money resides, where the money resides.
You gotta bring me. You gotta bring. I want to come back though. I want to do a show. Yeah, I want to come back where we do a show. We could have a panel or something like that. Come up with a
Yeah,
discussion, and because I know with this you could put a few people on the screen
yeah.
and just
So
come up with a topic. Anytime you hit me, I'm here. You know what I'm saying? Like
definitely.
I said, I just got off a flight. I'm tired, but you know what? Now you got me in work mode. I done drank my elderberry. I took my vitamins. I drank my sea moss today. I'm in work mode. You know what I'm saying? So I might sit here, edit this, inspect the deck, and shout out to your chat room. Shout out to everybody who subscribed. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to everybody who showed love and support. And again, you have to support her more because she's a black woman who's been at this for a while, and it's not too many of us that look like us that come from us. They get planted and they get implemented in this, and then they're there to control the narrative that the powers that be want them to control. They're right here. You're going to get live, uncut, raw, no sugar coated, no watered down stuff. And if this is what you want, because you're tired of them controlling our culture, again, you have to support those who's putting that, that best foot forward and putting in that effort. So it don't take much. Share it on Facebook. If it's on YouTube, share it on YouTube. Because with these, you could go on all the you on YouTube now?
Yeah, we got the streaming for YouTube. I didn't activate it now, but I'm putting it on YouTube in a second. It'll
So
be
what
up.
I'm saying. So yeah, if this is on Facebook, make sure just again, it don't take nothing to hit that button. You know what I'm saying? It don't take it. It just do it because just do it because you want to. And before I go, part of being happy is wanting to see somebody else win, even
Mm,
even if you don't got nothing to do with it.
mm,
Being happy for others makes you happy. Like, it's almost like when you see children playing and laughing, you automatically smile and get happy. How could you be mad at kids playing? They so innocent. So when I see people doing well, I be like, that's dope. I'm happy for you. And that's where I get a lot of my blessings because I'm not a person that sees somebody doing well and be like, watch when my interview come out. I don't feel like I have to compete with people who's doing well. You doing well? Cool. You might be breaking down the door that I couldn't break down. So
mm,
even though I might have started before you might
mm.
have did something to bring me in, like a
Mm.
Nori situation. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So if I
yeah.
wasn't good to him 10 years ago, who when he got this situation, he could bring me in certain things now. You know what I'm saying? And that's really what it's all about. So, be happy for other people. Stop frowning, stop hitting dislike and stop, always having something negative to say. Just try to find a positive in it. If not, just shut up.
And that's true. And on that note, I also want to say, and I wrote earlier today on Facebook, like now it's time to write your own narrative. You've been a part and been the co-star of a lot of other people's story. Now it's time for you to write your own narrative, your own story.
So I
Live
said
your truest.
2021,
Yes,
I'm gonna show them who I am. 2020,
exactly,
everybody showed me who they was to me.
exactly.
2021, Imma show you who I am. So look for
Yeah,
the documentaries, look for the books, look for,
facts.
me producing my album. I'm doing a lot of stuff this year.
Woo! We
Yeah,
get
you know what I'm
an
saying?
album, Doggy.
Yeah, yeah, like I do beats, you know what I'm saying? That's what I really do, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, um, Little
I am
Kim.
so proud of you. I was waiting
Yeah.
for you to come back with that.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's all in the computer. You know what I'm saying? Like it's all here. Like, cause I do a lot of stuff, but again, I'm timing person. Sometimes I just don't think the time is right.
Hmm.
And timing, before I go,
Hmm.
timing is important because how much effort are you going to put into this? You can't just put stuff out if you're not going to put the time and effort.
Facts.
So sometimes I don't have the time and effort to put into certain things, so it's not ready to go. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Like if you gonna bake a cake and you ain't put no oil in it, the cake ain't gonna rise a certain way. You know what I'm saying? So if you
Facts.
don't have the time to do it right, don't do it at all. And that's just how I am. So I say, yo, you know what? I don't have the time to really dedicate to that like that. But when I do, I'm gonna go full steam ahead. But also remember, when you do this, you take away from something else. So now you have to make sure that you're not taking away from your revenue stream and how you survive and how you eat. You could be doing stuff, but if it's a hobby, you still got to pay your bills. And all them artists out there, don't be afraid to get a 9 to 5 to pay them bills because your girl don't want to hear that when you get this deal. Your kids don't wanna hear that when you get this deal and you got this mixtape and all that. No, if you ain't selling it, then you're not getting streaming money. Go get your ass a job. I don't job shame people. I don't care if you work at Target. I don't care if you work in Best Buy. I don't care if you work at Walmart. I don't job shame nobody. A
Yeah.
job is a job.
Get your multiple streams of income.
Yeah, definitely.
Now being a hustler is a new thing. I remember I had to teach a class about it, but I'm like, this is what us black people been doing for years. We made $1 out of 15 cents. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, so my thing is like support, support, support. You're working for a purpose, not this is temporary. You're working for a purpose to fund your dream. You know,
Mhm.
and understand that some people that used to be fountains in your life, sometimes they become drains, and you got to move them there. And sometimes not everybody's going to be in the front row of your performance, but if you got your power 4 or power 5 or power 2, you good. You know, you
You
know.
are you are the director, you're the writer, you're the director, you're the writer, you're the main actor in your movie. You wrote the script, and don't let people jump in your movie if you don't want them in your movie. When I interviewed Future, he said that he's like, "Yo, a lot of people be trying to jump in your movie." And I
Mm,
was like, "What is he talking about?" Then they hit me one day, "Oh, I get it. You control your script." So that's what you were
ooh,
saying about the narrative thing. You write your script, you direct your script, you produce it, you do everything, and don't let nobody jump in your movie. If you feel like somebody's jumping in your movie and they're changing the course of the way you plotted this movie to come out, no, cause see, a lot of times we take not working with each other as a falling out. It's not a falling out. It's just that, yo, you go in a direction. I don't want to go in that direction. We don't got beef. It's still all love, but you have the right to grow how you wanna grow and go where you wanna go. It ain't because people are, like, "Yo, what happened with you and such and such?" Yo, that ain't none of your business. I ain't ask you why your mother left your father. You know what I'm saying? I ain't ask you why your daddy ain't never come back. Like, what are you asking me personal questions for? You know what I'm saying? Who are you to what are you gonna get from this information?
oh my God,
You know
that's
what
so.
I'm saying? But, yeah, I talk for a living, so you gotta shut me up. So,
No, no,
yeah,
I
yeah,
love the fact that like I cherish this interview with you,
yeah.
dog, because there's not a lot of people like we do interviews and stuff, but when you have your people that you've been in the trenches with
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
growth, it's a different type of energy, right?
We was out with the cameras. We was out with the cameras. We was out because you used to have like an all girl crew.
Yeah.
You had the girl, I was her friend. What's her name? Felicia.
Yeah, I had Felicia Sabri, I had our girl, I'm not gonna mention no
Yeah,
name.
yeah. She's
Yeah.
7:30.
And Emma, she's still riding with me, but she's doing her own thing. She's and then we had the street queens. I always had like a lot of women, and then we had a couple of men and stuff. So went through a whole transition. Even, we were doing our thing, and
I think I might even met Heineken in them through you.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
because I remember him trying to sneak Phil Lethal Cake. You know, he was he was he was he was trying to get some cheap feels, and I remember saying, "Yo, stop touching my butt." I'm like, "Yo, damn, Heineken, what are you doing?"
Yeah, I used for those people that ask, why she keep me. So I used to manage her back in the day. So
Gotcha. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
yeah,
didn't even know you managed. I thought that was just your homegirl, but yeah,
nah, nah, she's my homegirl, but I
yeah,
managed her at first, and then we built a relationship, and that's my sister, that's my
yeah,
little
yeah.
sis, Monique, Queen's babies, and I love her to death, and I don't care, like she's highly intelligent, like she owned her own salon, like
Brilliant.
the chick is so smart. Like if you sit
Yep.
down and talk to her, she's crazy. Like Doggy know, and
Yeah,
a lot of
brilliant.
other people that have talked to her personally know how intelligent this woman is. So I'm more success to her, and I love her to death. But like real talk, like you don't get interviews like this. Like you're getting somebody in the trenches that's seen the growth of this industry, hip hop, life. People transitioning from the blogs, from when DJs
They
used to
all blog. The blogs is gone. The
all
mixtape
of
space
that,
is gone. Everything is gone. And
everything.
again, it take a lot to still be here and still be
Facts.
banging, and that's the thing too. That's what I'm saying. You got to be relentless because many things gonna come and go, and people always gonna make you feel like, yo, you watch such and such, and you be like, nah, yo, they doing this, they doing. I'm like, all right, salute to them. You know what I'm saying? But I'm
Okay.
doing me, and then people always trying to deter you. You just have to just be careful of detractors, and you have to be careful of people making you feel a way about yourself that you really don't feel. But that's because they feel that way about them and they trying to push it on you. So Lush,
I love you to
yeah,
death.
I love you too, man. And I gotta go. I'm gonna
Here
go
we
take me
go.
like a quick nap, and I'm gonna come back on. So I was traveling, so I walk around the house with my mask on. So
Get
I
some
don't want.
sleep and
Yeah,
rest.
I'm gonna get like a little hour of sleep and then come
Okay.
back. I'm gonna go live tonight. So to the Lush, what do you call this? Lush Online or Lush
It's
Radio?
lushradioonline.net.
Lush Radio online.net.
Uh-huh.
Well, this is how you do a proper job.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
What's
Go
up, everybody? It is Doggie Diamonds, and right now you tune into lushradioonline.net. Make sure you share this and make sure you support this right here because it's very important. So that's called a drop, y'all. So yeah, with that, I gotta go. I will holler at you later on. I'm out.
Salute.
Yep, later. Oh, you
Okay.
gotta take me out. Oh, I gotta leave the studio. Okay, that's what I'm doing.
I'm ending the studio now. Oh God. Ooh.